changes. Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And right now, new mattresses start at $1,500 during our 4th of July sale. Plus, get a free base with select mattress purchases. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, to a good life's sleep.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave.
What's up? It's Matt George.
What's good? It's Alan Stiles.
With the most trusted voices in the community.
This is Jason Ross.
Hey, it's Kayla Anderson.
It's Whitey Gleason.
Ready to help promote your business, both as partners and customers. All you have to do is ask. Pick up the phone, dial pound 250 and say, grow my business to get connected with a team member today. That's pound 250 and say, grow my business. Our team will review your product, quickly pair you with a perfect endorser, and create video and audio samples, all at no cost or obligation to you. With the most live and local on-air lineup, a dynamic content-driven website, and a state-of-the-art mobile app, Sactown Sports 1140 is tailor-made to help you connect with a sports audience in Sacramento. So why wait? Dial pound 250 today. Say, grow my business, and let us help take you to the next level.
Is the volatility of the stock market driving you crazy? Is your retirement account sinking, yet you're getting older and you're starting to worry about, will I have enough for retirement? What about the money in the bank? These banks pay nothing these days. How do we get growth to get to retirement account? It's simple. Move into gold and silver. Want to know how to do it? Listen to my show, Striking Gold, with me, Kenny Michaels.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery from the law firm of Gingery, Hammer, and Associates. When you have been injured by the fault of another, you will want advice you can trust. If you know an attorney you can trust, I hope you call that person. But if you don't, please call me. I promise I will be the attorney you can trust. Along with my partner and associates, I have been helping accident survivors recover for their injuries for over 25 years. And we can help you. There's no charge for calling, so please call us today.
When you get an injury, just call Gingery.
At Power Business Technology, we're not another big box corporation. We're your neighbors, locally owned and operated. We know what businesses like yours need, from reliable printers to high-performance copiers. We'll help you find the right solution with personal service you just can't get online. Need setup or support? We're just down the road and always happy to help. Power Business Technology, family hometown service with big-time solutions. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Hey, this is Jelly Roll. As many of you know, my song Winning Streak is about my own personal struggles with addiction. I first sought help for my addiction at 14 years old. Start your recovery journey. Choose a proven addiction treatment option that's right for you at ChooseChangeCA.org. The real you is worth recovery. Choose Change California provides access to proven treatment options for addiction to opioids and stimulants. ChooseChangeCA.org. This is your chance to recover your life.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
KHD HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the Drive, baby!
The Drive Guys, Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles. It's drive time with the Drive Guys.
Oh, no, I just realized my mark is gone, Alan. It's gone. I have no idea.
Oh, mine too.
Over here?
Yeah, mine too.
Do I need to be over here?
No, you know where to be.
Over here? I don't...
You know where to be. You're back. That's all that matters, baby.
Thank you. Yeah, and I wasn't expecting a welcome back party or anything, but I also was not expecting to be just lambasted by you during the crossover.
What do you mean by that?
Just a throw, just a
no
cross body block on me. I just threw out something in, just kind of making small talk. And, you don't know what you're talking about.
No, but this isn't a new thing.
You.
But this isn't a new thing.
You're just mad because you don't like the donuts that are left.
Well, those are the worst donuts I've ever seen.
That can't be true.
Whitey, there's 4.5 left, and 4 of them two are what? Brown sprinkle or blue sprinkle, and 2 of them are white sprinkle. That
there
looks
are a
like
lot of
something
sprinkles.
I would get for my child.
Okay.
Are there any children here in the studio?
Not that I know of.
I mean, some might act like children.
Kyle's pretty young.
Some might act like children. But if I showed my toddler a picture of those donuts, she'd go crazy. But adults, what are we talking about? Why are you spending we work so hard every single day for our money.
Yeah.
U.S. dollars.
But you didn't expect any donuts, did you?
No, I did.
To expect.
I did.
You did.
Because I saw on Instagram that box. So I knew all day that there was going to be a box.
Donut time. Thank you, donut time.
And it's not about the type. It's not about how good the donuts taste. Don't get me wrong.
You didn't even taste them.
No. I'm not going to. It's about the kind of. Look at Matt.
Yeah.
Matt's taking a sprinkle.
Which kind you get there,
Matt's going to Narnia. He's going to Narnia with the sprinkle. That's what he's going.
Cake donut, chocolate cake donut with sprinkles. So cake donut,
insanity.
Chocolate icing, and sprinkles.
Insanity.
That's a very solid donut.
No. In what world?
That's like by NBA standards. That's like the. It's at least like that's like a Franz Wagner.
I don't think I've. Healthier when he's playing or not?
Franz Wagner, yeah.
I don't think I've ever spent $1 on a sprinkled donut before I had a child. Ever. Ever. Ever.
Yeah. I have nothing against sprinkles.
Let's just ask then, because you never eat them. You don't eat the donuts when they're in here. I know they've been here for a couple hours.
No, but I have a long history with donuts.
You know what? And this is great because we're off tomorrow and Friday, and I feel like I haven't been a gatekeeper in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I've been on best behavior. Jay and I held it down yesterday. Jay was outstanding as usual. We had the digital boys in town, and I haven't been a gatekeeper. I've been on the best of my. I've been on good effort. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to end all
donut
that.
is at least a Jonathan Kuminga of donuts.
I'm going to end all that now.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. Who is over 25 in these streets eating a sprinkled donut?
I would.
Besides Matt George,
I would happily do that.
I don't think there's many people. I can move it at 25. I can move it at 30. Whatever it is. I've never seen more
chocolate chips and not sprinkles. I mean, there are people put toppings, if you will, on their donuts.
No, I know that, but chocolate chip, that's like, one of these cool, whoa, this is a new donut.
What do you like the catcher's mitt that's in there sometimes?
I like glaze. I like sugar. I like the twisty one. I like the cinnamon roll. I like a bear claw. Just classic.
Bear claw, that's the one.
It's just classic.
Like Johnny Bench used this for 7 games in 1971.
It's just classic.
Bon appetit.
Right. And you know what? You know who I blame on this? I blame the CBA, CJ McCollum, all of this, because we're talking about donuts in the midst of NBA free agency, right? Because we got all these names. And Jay, a lot happened over the 24 hours. A lot of the names we brought up, the point guards, they're gone now too. So look, there were some things percolating. Don't get me wrong, but still, we thought it was going to be real hot to trot.
Yeah. By the way, before we get back to what's going on the court and in terms of trades, thank you, Jay. This is from Sports Business Journal. The NBA today eliminated dozens of league office jobs as part of a broader strategy to reallocate resources toward growth priorities, including NBA Europe, local media, technology, and the WNBA. To anyone, I'm not aware of anyone who was directly affected, but to anyone who was, man, that sucks.
Yeah, that's tough, man. That's tough.
A lot of that going on in sports and sports media everywhere.
Can I ask a question? Why does it always seem like these layoffs, and I know there's you look at the calendar and you can tell when, Q4 or Q1 and all this stuff kind of starts and ends. But why does it seem like layoffs tend to happen before holidays so often?
Yeah, it's like you say, it's because holidays tend to be at, 4th of July. They tend to match up with the solstices.
Yeah.
Which tend to match up with budgets.
Right. And that's the thing, guys. You got a trip coming up, ready to spend some money, and then you find out you need a new source of income. It's rough, man.
Yeah.
It's rough. So
real fast before we move on, I must second what Alan is saying about the sprinkles and the donuts.
Whoa! Okay. I got Jay.
Because I don't really know too many. I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, what are the good donuts that have sprinkles on them? I don't really know too many that are good that have sprinkles on them.
Now, look, you walk in and a sprinkled donut is in front of you, hey, cool.
Yeah.
I'm more so talking about spending your U.S. dollars to purchase a sprinkled donut.
Okay. And again, these
so you complained without getting one?
These are leftovers.
Yes, they're leftovers.
You didn't spend your money.
For these to be, huh?
Didn't spend his money.
No.
Oh.
No, but no. Whoever spent their money and bought 4. 4 is crazy, Jay. It come in a dozen.
I guess you're right.
What's the percentage on that? Where's our mathematician? 4 out of 12.
Gee, I don't know, Alan. I'm going to go with 33%.
That's a good 3-point percentage, guys. That's a Hall of Fame. That means.
Did you really
hold on.
have to ask me that?
Hold on. That's a Hall of Fame donut choice, right? That's if you were playing Major League Baseball.
Okay, yeah.
You hit 333.
Yeah. Right.
You in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
That means they believe, whoever bought those donuts, believe that the sprinkles are a Hall of Fame donut. Maybe Hall of Fame, like I said, elementary school, middle
I'll give you
school.
this. I don't agree with you, but the proof's in the pudding. Those are the last ones left.
And people and people continue to buy them.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I don't know what the rest of them were. Maybe they were all like that. I don't know.
And I don't know. Look, if somebody's trolling, that's fine. But you are wasting your money trolling. 4 donuts, that's more than trolling.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now. Mm-hmm. This is from the 916, my beloved text line, of course. Sprinkles are for children. No dispute. Thank you, 916.
Yeah, the best case has the right of it here in the chat. You telling me just getting a plain cake donut? Almost all cake donuts come with sprinkles versus a standard yeast donut. Yeah. The plain cake, you have the icing and you have the sprinkles.
Tortilla Jackson, the Hall of Donuts. You're putting sprinkle in the Hall of Donuts. I am for people under the age of about 18. They are that. Yeah, it goes crazy if you're 18. But everybody here, even Kyle, older than 18.
You know who doesn't have to worry about his money is Walker Kessler.
I was going to say, how's this one going to come
Walker
together?
Kessler. Mitchell Robinson also flush with cash after signing with the Celtics. Woo, that hurts, right? If you're a Knicks fan, hey, we won a championship. Well, the owner says we can't keep the whole team together. Oh, well, that's okay. Oh, Mitchell Robinson's leaving. Oh, that sucks. Where's he going? To the Celtics.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Oof.
That's rough. And, it does feel like
That's like eating a donut when you need dental work. You got cavities. You ever done that? Like,
no.
Your head lights up like a Christmas tree.
I've never had one.
Oh, okay.
I'm just,
Yeah.
You're buying because I didn't eat sprinkles.
That must be it.
That must be it.
Uh-huh.
So Mitchell Robinson now is headed to Boston. I need to ask you, Whitey, how are you feeling? I mean, I shed a tear when
I just don't think he
Kuminga
ever had any interest in coming here. I mean, he had, he's thinking of playing for a better team.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not upset. I just think, wow, that shows you how important he is. That's a big signing for them.
Mm-hmm.
But what about the whole Laker thing? I know everyone's talking about the Lakers. Walker Kessler to the Lakers. They gave up a ton to get him, Alan.
It was too much. I mean, we talked yesterday about the Kawhi deal and how much that was. I don't know what's quote unquote worse. Obviously, Kawhi is older, but that's a heck of a lot to give up. And you know what, guys? My schedule was a little different today. I had to take the kiddies into the vet, so I had to get the rest of my stuff done earlier. So I had some free time, and I was watching the 4 Letter Network, and nobody on the 4 Letter Network was giving any grief to the Lakers for what they gave up. They all just were praising Rob Pelinka for what he was able to quote-unquote pull off or accomplish. Obviously, Walker Kessler and the Jazz had interest in wanting to make something work, but not one person on that panel, Whitey, Perkins, Bobby Marks, nobody said, man, that was too much to give up for Walker Kessler. I wonder how they would react if a different team made that move for Walker Kessler. But as far as they're concerned, it wasn't too much. And that's I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know that I've seen enough of Walker Kessler to say whether it was too much or not. But because I haven't seen Walker Kessler that much, that's my answer.
Now, why do you have to tell us you're going to be honest with us? Is that because sometimes you're not? Most people would just say what they think. To me, if someone says, I'm going to be honest with you, as opposed to all the other times you told me something when you didn't say you're going to be honest with me, suspicious, especially of a guy who says that, and also a guy who can make himself cry.
Well, honesty is a construct, right? It's an idea.
Okay, again.
Right.
Point taken.
Like whatever you view as being honest.
You mean when you say I'm going to be honest with you, I think you mean like I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be really frank with you.
I'm going to get a little deeper on this.
Maybe I wouldn't say this,
but I'm
just
going to
anybody.
Say it. That's right,
Okay,
and that's what you get when you listen to the Drive Guys.
I got you.
You know what I mean? There's no Band-Aid. No, there's nothing.
Unfiltered.
Unfiltered.
Yeah.
Like how I like my ciders. Unfiltered. That's what I'm talking about. Right? Come on now.
I think, as I said during the crossover, I look at this, what the Lakers did, giving up firsts in 2031 and 2033 and swaps in 28 and 30 to get Walker Kessler. I think that's Rob Pelinka going, I ain't going to be here.
Well,
let's see what we can do now. That ain't going to be
now
my
with
problem.
that roster, you ain't going to be there.
No.
Yeah. You ain't going to win.
Yeah.
Emmadrock says he says Kessler got his bag. Lakers didn't get worse or better.
I'm telling you, I know what Kessler,
they got whiter.
Very much so. They got worse or better?
That's what Emmadrock says.
Yeah, they definitely got better.
I don't know.
And now they're running DeAndre Ayton, who's only making, I think they said about $8 million. He's the backup.
How'd they get better if you haven't seen Walker Kessler? You like Grimes? What brings up their floor?
He's a big
I would say that Walker Kessler is better than DeAndre Ayton. I feel comfortable saying that.
I think he's a good fit with Luka too, potentially.
Yeah, being better than Ayton doesn't mean you're worth all those picks. I feel comfortable saying he's better than Ayton. I don't feel comfortable saying he was worth the Kings ransom that he gave up. That's what I'd say about that.
Everyone's wondering here if you're lying to us. Telling us I'm going to be honest with you means you're usually in a default state of being dishonest.
That is
red
crazy.
Flag.
That is not
Interesting
true.
Point.
That is absolutely not true.
It's the first thing I thought of.
It's a saying. You know it's a saying.
Old-fashioned or cinnamon roll donut, Derek, in Tacoma. Yeah. Yeah, the old-fashioned maple, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, no, you can't.
But
I'm not going to disagree.
People have different tastes when it comes to donuts.
But nobody has that. I'm arguing, Whitey, if they ate the sprinkles, I wouldn't even know they were here to begin with. Nobody ate them. That's my whole thing.
It's possible that all the other donuts also had sprinkles, the ones that were eaten. I don't know.
No, you might be right. With how these things are getting purchased, you might be onto something.
It's possible every donut in there was a sprinkle donut.
530. I don't know if I thought about the question in this way. Lakers got better, ? Kessler is better than LeBron, Allen? Nice. I guess I didn't really think about the question that Jay posed in that way, because obviously he's not.
It depends how you slice it, too, because LeBron was already gone.
I guess I wasn't looking at it. I was more so comparing Ayton. I was more so comparing center to center, 530. But no, I in that regard, they lost an extreme talent, and I think they probably overpaid. So here's the thing, guys, and why nobody talks about it, because it's the Lakers. So now, Jay, I don't know if you would agree or disagree with this, but now you could argue that the Lakers have overpaid Austin Reeves, and they overpaid. I don't know if they technically overpaid Walker Kessler from a salary perspective, but in my opinion, they overpaid from a draft asset.
Right.
Because I don't know.
That's a very un-Laker-like thing to have to do.
I'm all in. We about to go to Vegas, fellas. I'm all on black. Normally black 4. That's where it goes. Well, that's where Schmallen goes. That's where he tells me.
He ain't putting it on the Lakers.
No, I'm not putting on green.
Right,
I don't put on green.
Yeah, there's not many black fours on the Lakers.
No, not at all. Gonna have to be red. It would have to be, we can find the other color. But I don't know who to I guess build off the question, where would you assume the Lakers could finish? And who are they better than in the West, right? None of these moves that we've seen in the West, LaMelo to the Timberwolves, nothing has shaken or stirred the Thunder, even who the Thunder have lost with Isaiah Joe and others. Nothing has shaken or stirred the Thunder and the Spurs at the top.
I think, well, for me, it's hard to say because I think they're building a team that's going to be similar, if they are able to pull it off, to the Dallas teams, one that went to the finals against Boston, one that went to the conference finals against the Warriors. It's going to be so Lucas-centric that I think right now it's hard for us to really evaluate what it's going to be.
And I'll tell you this much. They better stay healthy. Luka better stay healthy.
Oh, yeah. There's a very good chance he won't.
So, and that's why they kind of paid what Austin Reeves, what they paid him.
Mm-hmm.
One note that they did said when I was, before I came in, I was watching TV was they took that, what was that? Month or 2 month span when LeBron was out. And we kind of felt like they were doing this right in the moment. Hey, let's see what this looks like without LeBron. And I can't remember what their record is. I know Austin Reeves hit the Kings for a 50 burger. I know that. But I think they felt as if that was a mini version of what it would look like life post LeBron. And adding in a Walker Kessler, they feel good about it. I don't know where they think their window is. They're obviously going to be in the playoff mix for sure. But
I still question their ability to guard on the perimeter.
Well, they can't. They can't. Is that the worst?
That's a better way to say it.
Is that the worst defensive backcourt out of a playoff team? Austin Reeves and Luka.
Easy.
Pretty bad.
Yeah.
And I know Marcus Smart is not what he used to be, but they'll miss him in that regard too.
That's right.
They might quite honestly have the worst defensive team in the league already on paper.
Yeah, I mean,
it's potentially pretty grim. At least Kessler gives you some, interior protection.
They still got Vando. They still got Vanderbilt when he plays.
He's a relic.
Yeah,
he's hurt
when he plays. I see him. He's more of a model than a basketball player. He's in his fits all the time, Jay.
It's funny we talk about Domas and hey, he didn't play that many games. Could that impact his value? I don't know, but how many games did Walker Kessler play?
It's a great point.
5.
Now,
and
you know what?
As Amadrock points out, he played 5 games last year.
You know what, Whitey? And that doesn't make me feel good about something we've been talking about with Domas. Hey, get him back out there. Now, Walker's only 24, but get him back out there and remind people what his value is. To your point, Whitey, that kind of scares me because that would basically note to us that people do know what his value is. They just don't care.
Mm-hmm.
That's scary. That's scary to me, not Allen, because I've already and Sam Amick was on this morning and mentioned how, hey, we might be going back into the direction of Domas is just going to be on the Kings. I was already there. I was already at peace with it.
Yeah.
But those that went into the offseason hoping to move Domas, that probably was a little kick in the pants.
Yeah, I think it's been apparent, and I think it's also apparent that, again, a lot of the dialogue we've heard about Domas may go here, he may go there. I think a lot of it, maybe not all of it, but a big chunk of it is coming out of Sacramento.
Maybe.
Now, I know that when I left Monday, I think had pretty much gotten to a point where we figured the Jalen Duren thing's probably not going to happen. And I know there was a lot of talk about it yesterday, and there's still some talk about it today, but that's where it is, right? That thing, as far as the Kings are concerned, there's virtually no reason to think that's going to happen. Am I right? Did I miss something?
Well, that depends, right? Let's look at what it took for Walker Kessler. If Scott Perry comes to the table and says, I'm going to give you, what was it? 2 unprotected first-round picks, 2 swaps, and then we're going to pay Jalen Duren, I think the Detroit Pistons might be in on that. But to your point, Whitey, and maybe that's the way you're asking this, I do not believe that Scott Perry will do that. So because of that, for all intents and purposes, it's probably done.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they do, because I don't think Detroit would say no to that. I just don't think Scott Perry's going to offer something like that.
Yeah. The other difference is Detroit compared to Utah. Utah, maybe Walker Kessler wasn't part of their plans. He's a good player. Maybe he should have been, but maybe he wasn't with Jaren Jackson Jr. there. Clearly, Duren is part of Detroit's plans. So if they're going to trade him, then it's like, okay, what are we going to do now? So whatever they get from the Kings has to either help them answer that one way or the other. Either it's a player, Domas, they don't want that, so they have to get enough that would allow them to go out and get the guy they need to replace Duren. And that to me seems like a real long shot. Yeah. Especially given that they don't appear to have any interest in doing that.
I find myself, when we were on Camp Sabonis, or Camp Keep Sabonis, and that was late last week we were having that conversation. But I do find myself just wondering, when do you get to a point, if you're Scott Perry, where, and maybe that's what Sam Amick was alluding to today, where you just give up, right? Hey, Acuff wants to play with Sabonis. He's interested in playing with Sabonis. He's said it, a couple times, including on our show. You can go check out that exclusive interview on YouTube. Let's just talk to him, head out to his winery, break bread, and see what we can put together.
That's the only time now I'm ever believing that player A wants to play with player B. If player A says, I want to play with that guy, okay, then I'm probably going to believe it. But all the talk about, this guy really wants to play for them. Okay, this guy also really wants to play for them. Wait.
No, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
When the Boston thing came out, I'm going to be honest with you. I actually felt bad for some Kings fans that were so excited and just held on to those reports that came out, because we debunked it pretty quickly here, and that's not because, you know what I mean, we can see the future. It's just, Jay's been in this game, you've been in this game for a while, and we knew what this was looking like. And when the Boston thing came out, I know a lot of people, when the Laker thing came out, I thought that kind of changed the complexity of everything. Then when he literally, or the report literally was, he is interested in Boston, then it turned into, oh, well, we thought we were special. No, you're special based on what you have told Jalen Duren you're willing to pay him. That's why.
Yeah, and we'll get back to the NBA and the Kings. We'll look at one of the newest Kings in just a moment. But you mentioned you and Jay, I got to ask you guys something. I got to ask you how this happens. It's a baseball note. I don't know if you've heard about this. I don't know how in the world this happens. It happened last night. Cleveland's playing Texas, okay? So it's a tie game, and it's the top of the 7th inning, and there's one out, all right? Cooper Ingle is playing outfield for Cleveland. His first major league game. There's a fly ball to him, and he makes the catch for the second out. There's a man on second base, and he thinks it's the third out, and he throws the ball in the stands, and the go-ahead run scores. His first major league game. And obviously I feel terrible. It's a pretty embarrassing feeling. Runner at second base, one out in the 7th, 24-year-old Engel, making only a second major league start as an outfielder. I stand corrected. Catches a routine fly ball for the second out, and he glanced at the ball in his glove, and he throws it over the protective netting, and the umpires rule that's a dead ball, and
2 bases.
Yeah.
Did they lose?
Yes, they lost 4-2, but that was the go-ahead run. Dang. Wow. How does that happen?
In the 7th?
Yeah.
Can't happen, man.
Can't happen, yeah.
Yeah.
There's too many. First of all, too much money has been put in every single ballpark for the neon signs at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, when I threw the ball out, I heard a bunch of yelling. Happens sometimes, but just got to learn from it, not make the same mistake.
And just to double check, I'm not saying that this is why, but he did not start today.
You think?
I'm just letting you know.
I mean, you have to take the obligatory sit down for a game or two.
Yeah,
you have
he
to,
did.
right?
He did not play today, fellas.
Yeah, he shouldn't.
No, that you can't.
That's that. Did your parents ever say, fellas? My mom was a little different. I'm a single parent, but she used to be like, you need to sit your butt down and think about that.
I think it's different now. I think there was probably a time in the 60s, certainly, where that's a one-way ticket to Toledo. And now it's more like, well, Stephen Vogt says, I like the way his teammates rallied around him. You know?
What?
Yeah.
What is that?
I really.
What else were they supposed to do?
I know, but a manager in the old days would say, he can't do that. No, I won't allow that on my ball club.
No, that's
Sparky
not even
Anderson when you need him.
No, that's not showboating or anything. That's just stupidity.
I know, but there was a time when managers I'm not saying it was better then, but there definitely was a time when they'd say, yeah, you can't do that. He won't be here tomorrow.
You have to watch, even if you're going to do it, it's your second game in the bigs, just look around, make sure other players are jogging into the duck. Like, what's the rush? Just wait.
One of the first things I remember from Little League is, hey, if you're in the field, always think, what am I going to do if the ball's hit to me?
Right.
Throw the ball in the stands is not one of them.
Who wants it? There you go.
The difference, though, for me is when you're at the ballpark, and I find myself doing this, fellas, is even when I'm sitting down, I find myself looking up at the scoreboard, feel like after every batter.
Yeah.
Like I'm naturally, and it may just because I play baseball for so long, but organically, I'm just looking up anyway. Mm-hmm. Like I'm not out there, that's airhead type stuff. As I said, it's time for you to sit down and have a conversation with your own self about what's going on.
Yeah. Yikes. Oh, look, he'll be all right.
He'll be all right. We'll get it back.
It's better to happen sooner rather than later. Right?
I guess so.
Now he's done.
You must have done this because the way you letting him get out on this.
What? How many times, Alan?
I mean, I'm kind of I'm a showman. I want everybody to be involved. I have never done that though. I have never done that, but I probably would have. To be honest with you, it probably would happen.
Huh? But you never did.
I never did.
We have a look at the newest player who's coming to Sacramento or maybe to Stockton. Next, Drive Guys, Sactown Sports.
After a promising finish to the 2025 season, the Kings have signed Precious Achiuwa to a new deal that keeps him in Sacramento for the next 2 seasons. With a strong defensive presence and a versatile skill set, what role will the 26-year-old forward play in a crowded young front court?
Your exclusive home for Kings basketball.
Sactown Sports 1140.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-572-3344. That's 800-572-3344.
Progressive knows you could have easily taken the freeway, but you took the scenic route to see a waterfall and an oddly busy boiled peanut stand. Discovering the unexpected is exactly why you bought an RV, so protect it with a bundle from Progressive. Because although you may be 3 hours behind schedule, you're 6 jars of jam richer and possibly enrolled in a butter churning workshop. Switch to Progressive and protect your RV, boat, or motorcycle by bundling with your home or auto insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Whether it's date night, family night, or buddy night, Hagen Oaks has a bay for you. Reserve one of 3 Top Tracer bays from 6 to 11 p.m. through HagenOaks.com, and only those 3 bays are reservable. The rest of the driving range is still open for walk-ups. Play golf on world-famous courses while the kids try interactive games. Head to the Hangout for great food, cold drinks, and live sports on the TVs. Add monthly live music and putting tournaments, and you've got more than a driving range, you've got a night out. Hagen Oaks Golf Complex. Swing by and swing away.
Card collectors know there's nothing as special as a rare one-of-one card. And now you can hear a very rare one-of-a-kind sports card show right here on Sactown Sports. Whitey Gleason here inviting you to join me and Mr. True Sports Cards himself, Emran Pilati, for the True Sports Card Show every Saturday morning at 10 on Sactown Sports. It's the only sports card radio show in the nation. For all your hobby needs, get to True Sports Cards, 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland. And for hobby, insight, and fun, join us for the True Sports Card Show Saturday mornings at 10 on Sactown Sports.
Country in the Park 2, presented by your California Army National Guard, October 23rd at Heart Health Park at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Russell Dickerson. Plus more. Enjoy line dancing, live DJs, mechanical bull, and food trucks. Tickets start at just $70. Country in the Park 2, October 23rd at Heart Health Park at Cal Expo with Michelob Ultra, the California Office of Traffic Safety, and Caltrans. More info at CITPFest.com.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip: if a firm presents it's local but they're in LA, red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, For the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
And we're live from the living room as Doug eyes up the matchday spread. He's reaching for the Buffalo wing. Perfect. Hang on, what's this? Oh, he's gone for a can of Pepsi too. Incredible. What a finish. Sensational combination. Look at the delight on his face. There's no doubt about it. It just tastes better. Match days deserve Pepsi. Food deserves Pepsi. Grab a pack of Pepsi Zero Sugar for today's match. It's poetry in motion.
Struggling to find your perfect Ram truck? Look no further. Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland has the best selection of hard-to-find Ram heavy duties. And right now you can save up to $14,000 off MSRP on new 2026 Ram 2500 and 3500s. Your new Ram is waiting at hobletdodge.com.
14,000 total net savings on select new 2026 Ram 2500 Laramie after 10,500 dealer discount. Incentives include $500 on the job upfit for eligible upfit, 1,000 Hoblet business owner bonus with proof of business ownership, 1,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance with eligible trade-in. 10 of the net savings, see dealer for details.
Download the app and listen to The Drive Guys.
The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles.
On Sactown Sports 1140.
Let's go to Alan Stiles for a World Cup update. A World Cup date. Alan, what's going on?
I'm not sure, but Senegal is beating Belgium right now in the 69th minute. And obviously, guys, I do wish the World Cup had their world rankings next to them, like in March Madness. But I can tell you this much, a lot of people probably didn't have Senegal pulling this off. It's not over. But this World Cup, there have been a lot of close games and a couple, with Germany losing yesterday as well. Couple
losing
different.
To Paraguay, right?
That's right. Couple different.
Congo gave England all they could handle.
Well, and Japan with Brazil, too. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, upset alert for the World Cup. And we got to look this up, too, because I don't remember when's the last time somebody had a Cinderella run in the World Cup. Similar to March Madness, it feels like there'll be some good stories, but the same 5 teams are going to actually win it.
We had family visiting this weekend. My mother-in-law was watching a lot of World Cup, and so I started watching more. And it's just what's awesome about it is that the games are so freaking important.
Yeah.
Any sport.
Any sport.
Anything. It's kind of the March Madness principle. Well, the loser's out, so this is a big deal.
Right. Yeah, anybody that you put in a situation where your career, your season, the urgency is on the line, that's gonna, Game 7 is a reason. Best words in sports. Games, 2 words in sports. Game
Don't you
7.
think soccer? I don't know did you play much soccer?
You know what? I was one of those kids, everybody, oh, yeah, my kid is 9, but he's playing with the 12-year-olds. I was like that, but then you just got to a point 9, 10 years old, it's just over.
I know I'm wrong, but I'm going to say it anyway. I watch soccer and I feel like, that's easy.
I agree with that.
That's how I feel when I watch it.
I'm sure that's how you feel, but it's a lot of running.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. You got to be in shape.
Yeah, it's a lot of running. And these dudes, I wish, I say this every World Cup.
Also, I would be the greatest goalie ever.
Nah, well, I doubt that. I'm
Why
scoring up. We can go outside right now.
You kick it, you keep it out.
We can go outside right now.
Uh-huh.
So that's not, come on now.
Here you go, real quick. Belgium coming into the World Cup 9th ranked.
Oh.
Senegal 15th.
Oh, okay.
Not that big of a deal.
Not that, I thought Belgium would have been
down in the
higher.
30s or something.
No, I thought Belgium would have been higher ranked.
That was coming into World Cup. That was
okay. I know Germany.
I had them in my top 10.
Germany must have been top 7, right?
10.
Yeah.
They were number 10.
Okay. Yeah. Dang. Well, see, you never know. Never know. Senegal. Never been out there, but.
And then tonight, there's no better way to watch Team USA than to join our friend Chris.
Chris Verlade at Super Taco.
Taco.
Go get you an Al Pastor. Okay, that's my favorite. Yeah, but I have kind of, I'm back on carne asada. I was on Al Pastor for a while, but I'm coming back home to carne asada.
Yeah,
so.
Catch up on the soccer action, the Global Championship soccer action.
I got to check.
Super Taco with Chris Verlade.
I got to let you know something, though, Whitey. So, we have our P1s that listen to every single show. We know some people are big fans of specific shows. We know some people listen to every single show.
Yeah.
And Compio is a P1. You know, Compio, we'll go back and forth on Instagram. We love Compio,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
So Compio said this. This is why I'm bringing it up. He said to you, I don't know if you saw this, Whitey, Carmichael Dave doesn't want you blowing his whistle. So I don't know what was said this morning.
Oh, I heard it.
Oh, I don't know what was said.
I heard it.
What happened? I need to know.
Not much, honestly. Thank you, Campy, for sharing that. Dave asked Matt, have you blown my whistle? And Matt said, yeah, and Whitey has too. And then Dave said something like, well, okay, you guys can. That's basically what
But
it
I
was.
don't want Whitey to.
No, I think he said, it's like, Whitey's been here so long. He has a longer history with Sleep Train than I do, so it's okay. I was going to do it either way, but,
What? My question is, why is Matt bringing you into
Yeah,
that?
how did that come up?
How did your
there?
name even come up?
Same thing when they asked him about what the
the dongle.
adapter.
Come on,
Well, it's
Matt.
the drive guys.
So he asked Matt, did you blow the whistle? Have you blown my whistle? And he said, yeah, but Whitey has too.
I believe that's how I recall.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's snitch adjacent.
It's despicable.
That is snitch adjacent.
Man.
Survey says that's snitch adjacent.
No, I don't.
Thumbs down.
I don't really mind it. I've done it on the air. I'm
Right.
assuming Dave listens sometimes. If he's heard me do it, he knows. So it's not like I was, oh, it's a secret. We can't let anyone know. But to answer your question, I believe that's what happened today.
Huh. Okay. I was just curious because I didn't know, what happened. But
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you what else happened today. Kings signed a couple players, Alan.
Yeah, they did.
Two-way contract guys. One of them they got here, Adam Flagler, already an NCAA champion, a G League champion, an NBA champion.
Who's snitching?
You.
Yeah. Oh, didn't you snitch on me about the whistle?
We did an on-air bit.
Oh, it's fine.
That's snitching.
I didn't really have a problem
Matt is
with
in
it.
the studio now.
Yeah, Matt came in. I'm okay with it, Matt.
You.
What?
Was you.
That was me.
How am I in it?
That was you.
Now, why am I in it?
Snitched on me, snitching on him.
Well, yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I made it clear.
We did a bit.
Okay, well, it was a snitching bit. Mm-hmm. Very close.
Wow, Matt George comes in.
Habitual line stepper.
Yeah.
What's going on today?
I don't know. I'll tell you what, the look he gave me when he walked in, I wasn't sure. Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, I thought we had to evacuate the building.
All good here. Everyone's, excited about the holiday and our nation's birthday.
I'm excited to be here with you, Whitey. That's all I know.
I'm glad I'm back with you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you
yeah.
to you and Jay and for everybody I guess everybody came on yesterday. A lot of people came on.
Technically, Compio
picking me
started
up.
this.
Yeah.
Technically, Compio
Yeah,
brought this up.
I don't have any problem with any of it. I just explained to you what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just,
But Matt does have, let's be honest, as Jay pointed out, and I'm with you 100%, Jay, when he's,
up against the wall.
yeah, a little
Yeah.
bit. It wasn't me, it was them.
Yep. I just wanted to let you also know. I wanted to let you also know that it wasn't just me.
Yeah.
That's what is going on here.
But Dave, like I said, I believe he said, yeah, you can, and it's okay if Whitey does too. So, yeah.
Okay.
Nothing to see here.
No. Nothing to see here.
Mm-hmm. But you just, at a radio station especially, maybe it's this way at a lot of places of work. If you have something that you don't want anyone else to use, you got to lock it away. You can't leave it out.
Right.
I used to have headphones when we were in the other building, Jay. And I'd come in the morning. It's like, someone used my headphones. Sometimes with headphones, especially, people don't take care of them and you get short.
Yeah.
So I had a snake
Okay.
at work, a little snake named Gwyneth. So I put the headphones in her cage. And after that, I didn't have any problems with anybody taking my headphones.
Wait, hold on a second.
Yeah.
You had a snake at the studio?
Yeah. Yeah, in my office.
And it just chilled there?
Yeah.
Gwyneth?
Yeah, and then eventually I took her home. She lived with us for a while. She got to be a good 6-footer.
Where did you just...
From Upscale Reptiles in Elk Grove.
Okay, well, I was just making sure it wasn't, I found
Jeremy
this
Epstein
snake.
brought one in.
Because I saw a snake. I was running around Natomas. I saw a snake.
They're good pets. No, I don't think you could just take any wild snake and make him a pet.
Well, I'm just making, I don't think, like, if Verlad or Jason had a snake in their office, is that still allowed?
I don't know.
Radio's different times, brother. Different time.
You feeding the snake at the studio? What is going on?
Right. But my point is, when I put the headphones in with a snake,
They were
nobody messed with them.
Yeah. I saw something. Did you guys see someone put a laxative in their lunch because someone kept stealing their lunch? So, and they videoed like the reaction. Obviously not when they go to the bathroom, but somebody kept stealing this person's lunch at work, right? So they put a laxative in the lunch and kept an eye on, I guess.
Yeah.
Who had to go to the bathroom.
I'll tell you real quick, an even more interesting one where you and I both used to work, way before you worked there, that there was emails all the time. Oh, somebody had their lunch taken again. Hey, don't take anybody's lunch. It kept happening. It turned out, this is in San Francisco where it's kind of expensive. Somebody was living there.
Oh,
and
my
I think it was somebody
goodness.
from our station on the staff, and they were living in the building. And so to make ends meet, oh man, I'm hungry. They would go in and they would take things.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Uh-huh.
Hey, put your name on it. Put your name on it.
Uh-huh. Speaking of putting your name on it, we'll put a name on the newest Kings to be acquired. Take a closer look at them, including one guy who I remember from the draft. I remember from USF. Yeah, Kings signed a couple new two-way guys, and we got a lot of other NBA news as well going on here. With the Drive, guys, Sactown Sports. Be right back.
The top young talent in the NBA is headed to Sacramento this summer for the 8th annual California Classic presented by Ticketmaster. The Kings will host the Milwaukee Bucks, Brooklyn Nets, and Golden State Warriors in a preseason showcase that's sure to bring more fireworks to your 4th of July weekend. 3-day general admission passes for July 4th, 5th, and 6th are available now. Visit kings.com/California Classic for details.
Your exclusive home for Kings basketball.
Sactown Sports 1140.
This feeling is brought to you by Aleve for back pain relief. What feeling is that, you ask? Well, it's the feeling you feel when you have relief from back pain. That move how you want to, not how you have to feeling. That keep going through your day without slowing down feeling. The kind that brings you back to yourself all day long without interruption. Oh yeah. Because Aleve offers long-lasting pain relief. Feel up to 12 hours of back pain relief with one dose. Feel Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
As we roll into summer, there's a new opportunity for you to get a new truck at a great monthly payment at Folsom Chevrolet. At Folsom Chevy, they're now offering 0% financing for 5 years on every new 2026 Silverado half-ton in stock. 0% financing on a two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, LT, RST, High Country, you name it. Together, let's drive. Must finance with GM on approved credit, $16.67 per 1,000 finance. Cannot be combined with other offers. Ends July 7, 2026.
Want the best movie experience in town? Join Sactown Sports IMAX Pass by visiting SactownSports.com. Sign up today. You can win tickets to see this week's films at the Esquire IMAX Theater.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave.
What's up? It's Matt George.
What's good? It's Alan Stiles.
With the most trusted voices in the community.
This is Jason Ross.
Hey, it's Kayla Anderson.
It's Whitey Gleason.
Ready to help promote your business, both as partners and customers. All you have to do is ask. Pick up the phone, dial pound 250 and say, grow my business to get connected with a team member today. That's pound 250 and say, grow my business. Our team will review your product, quickly pair you with a perfect endorser, and create video and audio samples, all at no cost or obligation to you.
With the most live and local on-air lineup, a dynamic content-driven website, and a state-of-the-art mobile app, Sactown Sports 1140 is tailor-made to help you connect with a sports audience in Sacramento.
So why wait? Dial pound 250 today. Say, grow my business, and let us help take you to the next level.
On BritBox, there is a place where stories twist like cobblestone roads, grand manners hide secrets, and stakes are higher than seaside cliffs. Find places worth getting lost in on BritBox. Watch new series like The Other Bennett Sister from the world of Jane Austen and A Woman of Substance starring Golden Globe winner Brenda Blethyn. If you want to get away, you're in the right place. Stream the best of British TV on BritBox. Free trial at BritBox.com.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Carmichael Dave here. So proud to talk about my new friends at Pest Pros, where they are family owned, they are locally rooted, and they are committed to serving Northern California. I got a mouse problem at my house, and I don't like mice. I got a cockroach problem at my house, and I don't like cockroaches. That's a real thing. You're going to get pest protection somewhere. Why not get it at a place that is locally owned and operated? Longtime Kings fans and partners, and the community, you've spoken. They're back-to-back Sacramento favorites. So if you got pest control, you don't have Pest Pros. Step up to the pros with their all-star lineup. Don't just make the call, make the right call. Go to pestprosps.com, Sacramento grown, family owned, or call them at 916-588-9345. That's 916-588-9345. Step up to the pros at Pest Pros.
It's the 4th of July Sell-a-thon at Folsom Lake Ford with employee pricing. Plus, get 2.9% financing. Plus, $1,000 trade assistance on select new Fords. Hurry to Folsom Lake Ford today. FolsomLakeFord.com. On approval of credit, see dealer for details.
Download the app and listen to The Drive Guys.
The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles.
On Sactown Sports 1140.
I got to ask Jay something. Jay, didn't you say, I think on this show, maybe a month ago, 5 weeks, something like that, didn't you say at one point you were thinking about becoming a Padre fan?
Yes.
Did you think better of it?
No.
Today, you might want to reconsider. Today from Wrigley, final score, San Diego 3, Chicago 23. So they're struggling a little bit right now. So I was just going to say, if you're still kind of on the fence, you might, for your own welfare, want to factor that in.
Don't go that way.
That's a rough one, Alan.
Yeah. Why do I feel like this has been happening more often this season? I know the Giants have had some crazy games, and I obviously pay more attention to those, but it feels like there have been some just bizarre. Is it maybe team? You know what? I might try to answer my own question, Whitey. Is it teams just saying uncle sooner?
I think that's part of it.
Right? So we're not even going to try to
we got to
waste
save
any
the
pitching.
bullpen for tomorrow. We're already losing 7-0.
Yeah, so now let's just make it 17 and get out of here.
Did you hear also there are a lot of people in baseball that say the baseball in June was different?
Yeah, did you see the clip of Ronald Acuna Jr. staring at both baseballs in the dugout? And somebody said, keep an eye on this clip because something's going to come out. And apparently it came out. I don't know, trying to juice it up, more offense. That's normally what the deal is.
This is what baseball do too. A manufacturing mistake or something.
It was Fanatics' fault.
Yeah. They even tried to do that when the ball was flying out of ballparks.
Right.
No, it's the same. It still meets the specifications. We don't know.
You know what? Now that we're here, does that work the same for pitching? Like, do we really think these guys are all throwing 98 miles per hour? I don't know how that – I know how it works when a ball is hit and a ball can fly further. Don't get me wrong. But could there be little moderations or modifications made to the baseball? Because, I don't know, sometimes it makes me think, everybody throwing 98 now?
Well, I'll tell you what happened. You had baseball trying to make a more flight-friendly baseball. So you go back to like 2017. And so how'd they do that? The ball just flew farther. It was slicker.
Mm-hmm.
So then what do the pitchers do? man, I can't get a grip on the ball.
Yeah,
so they started putting all the goop on and increasing the spin rate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, and people didn't talk about it, but it was kind of they had to do that because the ball became so slick.
Right.
How we got to where we are now, I don't know, but if you look at the numbers for hitters, as Jay, every so often he sends us a text about how low averages are, that tells me that, whether it's the ball or whatever, guys are definitely throwing harder than they used to.
Yeah.
Last night watching the Dodgers and the A's, that guy Springs was pitching.
Mm-hmm.
It's like right now he's really struggling. He throws like 92, and I can remember a time when that was okay. That's batting practice.
No,
today.
that's like a sophomore.
Yeah.
At this point, it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, and I guess to your point, I mean, even when I was watching College World Series, it was all 95, 98.
Yeah.
I know a lot of SEC pitching. I get all that, but oh my goodness, Whitey. Wow.
What do we got?
Two goals in like 3 minutes.
Another World Cup date from Alan.
Well, in the 88th minute, Senegal was almost ready to celebrate. Belgium said not so fast.
Is this Gus Johnson doing the update?
2-2 heading into the 90th minute. Can Senegal bounce back, or does Belgium now have all the momentum?
Thank you.
Man, that's got to be the worst. Just D up.
Mm-hmm.
Just D up, man. That's what you're talking about, Whitey. How do you let that happen?
Yeah. Boy, I sure hope the Americans are able to keep this going for a while.
I think they'll be fine tonight, right?
Just because it's something that's kind of bringing people together,
Yeah. The only thing I've seen is if Americans get, I guess, a little greedy, right?
I read that too.
Yeah, if they get a little greedy and they're impatient, it could cost them. That's the only thing I've heard. So just don't do that. Easy.
What do you think of the newest Kings? The Kings bringing in a couple of two-way guys. I'm not trying to say these are major acquisitions, but Adam Flagler, already an NCAA champion, G League champion, an NBA champion. He's been with OKC, 26-year-old guard. He will join the Kings on their Summer League roster, but also Jonathan Mobo from USF, who was drafted by the Raptors with the 31st pick in 2024. Kings agreed to a two-way deal with him. He's tough. He's a good defender. He's kind of an undersized wing, and he doesn't have much offensive game. But I remember when he came out of college, a lot of people were looking at him.
Yeah. One of those guys where I grinded some film on him before the show, Whitey.
Okay.
It's a lot of screen dump offs.
Am I saying his name right? Mobo?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, the G silent.
Right.
G
Thank
silent.
you.
Yeah.
Appreciate
No,
that.
I got you. It's like lasagna, G silent. But it feels like
I heard somebody on the station this morning say the G.
Oh, I would hope not. Yeah, but it's okay. Everyone not as well versed. It's all right. But the highlights I saw was a lot of dump offs, screen and roll. So if you're looking for somebody to kind of get a little slithery and jiggy, that's not him. I don't think he shoots threes.
No,
yeah, he's not a
really.
shooter. Honestly, Whitey, he kind of gives me, and again, that type of player kind of gives me Precious Achiuwa vibes. I know Precious shot the three ball pretty well, and Precious probably has more handle than Mobo.
Mobo just doesn't offensively. It's like there's not a lot there.
Right.
But he's a really good defender, and he plays hard.
Yes, and you take a chance. If you're able to take a chance on that type of athleticism, that's exactly what you do. He's 24 years old, so we'll see what he can bring to the table. Flagler, I don't really know. The one thing I'll say about Flagler is anybody that's in the OKC system is always going to get a little pump up, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's a 6'1". They don't even have shooting guard. He's a 6'1", point guard. He's a 6'1" shooting guard.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
The B says he's 6'3". So
Basketball Reference says 6'1".
Mm-hmm.
And normally Basketball Reference gives you a couple extra. So who knows? Yeah, the fact that, are they calling him a shooting guard on the B?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so either way, not that would fix the backup point guard situation. He's 26 years old, out of Duluth, Georgia. I don't know. I don't know what to make of it other than if OKC thought he had something to him, that's good enough for me.
I think the Stockton Kings are going to be good this year. I'm not making fun. I do. I think they're going to be.
They're
really
always
good
pretty good.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
They're always solid.
Mm-hmm. Boy, we haven't even talked about Precious yet, have we? You guys, I know you broke it down yesterday.
Oh, we can do. I've been waiting to do it again with
Keon.
you.
We ever find out what happened with Keon here? I mean, when you look at the fact that the Cavs gave him 18/2, are we ever gonna know why it didn't work out here? We ever gonna know what happened?
I think yesterday. Say it again, Jay.
The Nets, not the Cavs.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He was with the Cavs. Thank you, Jay.
Yeah.
Back
I don't know.
with
I
Jordy.
think we simplified it.
I thought you said Vivek. First, I was like, what?
Hey, we're too close. We're too close. No, I think to simplify it, it just, you see the type of players that Scott Perry brought in. I think he liked the type of player Keon was. Maybe there was a little bit of baggage there. I think he really wanted to get off of the Dennis Schroeder contract. And honestly, they felt like they could find somebody similar. And in theory, they have done that with Emmanuel Sharp.
Conversation continues when we come right back. Also, who has improved themselves the most since the NBA season ended? That's next. Don't go away. Drive, guys.
Sactown Sports is taking over NBA Summer League. Join Jason Ross, Whitey Gleason, and Alan Stiles as they broadcast live from Las Vegas, July 13th through the 17th. Presented by Power Business Technology. Over the air, online, and on location, Sactown Sports 1140 is your eyes and ears for all things Sacramento Kings this summer.
Your exclusive home for Kings basketball.
Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729. Or visit us at powercopiers.com.
My buddy dies. I show up to the funeral. Open casket. We're still doing that? I've never understood open casket. I don't get it. It's like, you told me he was dead. I believed you.
From the Monday Morning Podcast, his hit film Old Dads, and his latest Grammy-nominated special on Hulu, comedian Bill Burr, coming to the venue at Thunder Valley, Saturday, July 25th, with all new material. Get tickets at ThunderValleyResort.com. Don't miss Bill Burr.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-330-8323 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-330-8323. That's 800-330-8323. What do you have to lose? Call 800-330-8323. Again, 800-330-8323.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery. One of the most common questions I receive is, what makes us different from other law firms? At Gingery, Hammer & Associates, we handle your case from beginning to the end. Whether your case reaches a settlement, whether it must go into litigation, or whether it has to go all the way to trial, we will be with you along the entire way. And because we are committed to your case, we are as invested as you are in making sure you get the outcome you deserve.
When you get an injury, just call Gingery.
Hey, this is Jelly Roll. As many of you know, my song Winning Streak is about my own personal struggles with addiction. I first sought help for my addiction at 14 years old. Start your recovery journey. Choose a proven addiction treatment option that's right for you at choosechangeca.org. The real you is worth recovering. Choose Change California provides access to proven treatment options for addiction to opioids and stimulants. ChooseChangeCA.org. This is your chance to recover your life.
Toyota's 4th of July sales event ends soon. Hurry in today for a new Toyota. Check out Toyota's 21 hybrid and electrified models. Score deals on the 50 MPG Corolla Hybrid and 51 MPG Camry. Get 1.99% APR on the all-new fully electric CHR, or get 0% APR plus finance cash on the fully electric BZ. The 4th of July sales event is almost over. Don't miss out. Toyota. Let's go places. Offers available through TFS to buyers with premium rated credit and cannot be combined with other offers. Ends 8/3/26.
And we're live from the living room as Doug eyes up the match day spread. He's reaching for the buffalo wing. Perfect. Hang on, what's this? Oh, he's gone for a can of Pepsi too. Incredible. What a finish. Sensational combination. Look at the delight on his face. There's no doubt about it. It just tastes better. Match days deserve Pepsi. Food deserves Pepsi. Grab a pack of Pepsi Zero Sugar for today's match. It's poetry in motion.
KHD HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Live and local, it's The Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sactown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sactown Sports app.
We got a couple of very interesting Kings things to discuss. One of them that was it just reported, Alan? I don't know if it's breaking news.
Yeah, this is the same show I was watching.
Okay.
NBA Today with Brian Windhorst. I did not hear this part because they're just going through each team. I think, honestly, I was getting ready to leave when they were talking about it because they were getting ready to talk about the Pistons. And apparently I haven't been able to listen to the full clip, but Cameron Salerno, who, of course, great when it comes to college basketball from the Bay, from Sacramento.
Good guy.
So very, very familiar with the Kings. He says that in this clip, Brian Windhorst says that Scott Perry had dinner in Miami with Jalen Duren last night.
Why'd you look at your watch there? Just to check the date?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Last night.
Boy, they could have had a great dinner. They could have given him the full Burger King treatment that they gave.
I was going to say, Scott Perry hey, Scott, when I'm getting to go to dinner? I want to go to dinner, too. I like good food. You know,
but
you paying, but I like good food.
Look, I think I'll speak for myself. I was too hard on you for your sleepover analogy.
Oh, wow.
Definitely. But the thing is now, it doesn't matter if the two kids get together and this is great because the parents are the Pistons, and as long as they're like, there's no sleepover here, you're not going to have a sleepover.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though, Whitey, and this is where the analogy kind of ends, but here's the thing. If Scott really likes Duren, let's not gloss over what he said.
You think that he could just overpay?
Empty the bag. I mean,
still think it's tough. What? Yeah, I think it's tough here to come up with a package that the Pistons would have interest in.
Well, I'm just saying, he was on these airwaves and said at some point, we're basically gonna go all in.
Yeah.
At some point.
I get that, and I understand your point. What I'm saying is, and I could be wrong, but the way I'm looking at it, like I said a few moments ago, if I'm Detroit, I'm like, I'm not looking for future assets unless they can help me get somebody who's gonna help me now. We just won 60 games. And we're trying to get further in the playoffs with this group. And if we're going to move off of Jalen Duren, we need somebody really good right now.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's their approach here.
Look.
So how can you help me do that, Scott Perry, if I'm the Pistons?
It's the same conversation that we've had. I don't view Domas as a negative asset. And the idea that the Pistons are just completely not interested in Domas, is that they're just not interested in Domas at all, or they're not interested in Domas and one first round pick. If you are telling me, and I know Jalen Duren's 22 to Domas is 29, 30 years old, but if you're telling me that the Pistons would say no to, because that's the difference, guys, no player came in that Lakers deal, right? It was just because the Lakers had the cap space, so they just emptied the picks. So the Jazz just got picks back. So if you're telling me that Domas, you can't get off of the Domas contract, in addition to that, giving up 2 unprotected first-round picks and 2 swaps, then let's just not talk about moving Domantas Sabonis anymore. Because I find it hard to believe that the Pistons view Jalen Duren as that much better than Domantas Sabonis, 2 unprotected first-round picks and 2 swaps. And if they do, good on them. If they think Jalen Duren's that good, cool. But to me, that more so says, yeah, let's just stop trying to shop Domantas Sabonis because he ain't going nowhere. That's what it would say to me, Whitey.
I feel like I'm already there. I don't think he's going anywhere, but I understand your point.
If it comes out that...
Wasn't Jay the first one that asked that question Monday? Like, hey, would you give up 2
Oh,
firsts?
that's where it started, but we're past that now.
Mm-hmm.
Because they've already come out, and I think it was very smart of the Pistons to say we don't want Domas. Because now that they've said we don't want Domas, Scott Perry can't sell to them, well, hey, that Walker Kessler deal, there was no player. You're getting a 3-time NBA all NBA, and the Pistons can say, well, we don't care. Right? Whether they actually care or not, we don't know. But they're posturing to get the most out of it because they have nothing to lose. So I do think that there is a world where Scott Perry does go all in and the Pistons say, yes, I just refuse to believe that they wouldn't make a deal that with 2 swaps and 2 unprotected firsts. I think it's a bad deal for the Kings to make, which is why it's so hard for me to fathom the Pistons saying no.
Yeah, the other thing is to that point, and you basically made this point, but just to embellish it, when we hear about how Detroit has no interest in Domantas Sabonis, I have no trouble believing that's true, but it may not be true.
Right.
How about posturing?
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
If they say, oh, they are very interested, then Scott Perry's going to say, okay, well then why are we going to give you the same? They want Domantas Sabonis, no disrespect, this isn't me, but they want Domantas Sabonis to not be viewed as an asset, so that they can basically get a Walker Kessler-esque deal, and Scott Perry can't say, oh, well, you're getting Domas, so we're only going to give you two picks, right, or a pick and a pick swap. They say, okay, well, no, we'll just sign Duren.
Vallejo wrestling legend Amadrox says, Styles, Scott Perry is prudent and opportunistic. Actually, it says optimistic. He's not going to sell the farm just to sell the farm.
I don't think he should. I'm just saying that there is a world. We don't know when Scott Perry is going to say it's time to, what do you say on these airwaves? Quote, go all in or go for it. Maybe this all started because they apparently had dinner last night.
Yeah.
So if he is floored by Jalen Duren and he thinks that this is the guy that they need, hey, you know what? You got to think about it too. He's getting a 22-year-old, so he's basically getting not even a pick. He's getting a young cornerstone back. So you could have 2 of those picks, may not be all them picks. Bleep them picks. He could say 2 of them picks probably won't be as good as Jalen Duren.
I think this doesn't happen, and I appreciate your point, and I agree with you, because I know you're not saying this will happen. You're saying that's one way it could. I don't think it does. I think the only way it does is if we include what you said and hitch it to what Jay said a couple days ago, which is maybe if you dragged in a third team or found a way to get a third team in
yesterday
there that had – well, he said that Monday, I know.
Oh, yeah. Well, we baked it out even further yesterday.
Oh, okay. All right.
Jaylen Brown to the Pistons.
But the Pistons are going to want a center.
You can find a center. Get a Jamarian Sharp, fresh off the Stockton Kings.
Jamarian Sharp? Okay, that's the other thing we were going to talk
He's
about.
7'5".
Jamarian Sharp.
Go get him. No, I mean, you're not wrong. It's just a matter of, do they think if you get Jaylen Brown, then maybe your center isn't viewed as important? I'm not saying they're going to do it. I'm just saying we know that there was a level of interest.
Here's, to me, the discouraging thing from the Kings standpoint. The free agent market this year right now, it's not great, which would mean that anybody you have there who's a standout, their market value is going to be higher, like Walker Kessler. It doesn't appear that Domas is being viewed that way. And perhaps that's just only because of his contract.
Right.
But the hope would be, from the standpoint of someone like me hoping the Kings get something done, Domas is going to be more valuable in this market. and it doesn't look like that's the case, at least not yet.
No, terrible PR right now for Domas, and I don't know how they're going to be able to fix it. But for whatever it's worth, Whitey, they did get John Collins. I know he's not a pure center, but he can mess around.
He doesn't help you a lot defensively.
No, he's not going to do that. He'll hit a corner 3 though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just looking here.
I wonder if that would mean that if they had any interest in Jaylen Brown that they don't now. And I know they're not the same position.
No, not at all. I'm just looking here at your.
They felt like they needed more offense, but I think they didn't feel like they need offense at the expense necessarily of moving on from their third-team All-League center.
No, unless it's a treasure. But they're
going to keep him, Allen.
Treasure trove, and you successfully undersold Sabonis. I think it's possible, but definitely not probable at this point. I will say this, fellas. It's not done, right? After yesterday and
not done until it's done.
We had on
the pick is the pick.
That's right. We had on the trade is the trade. We had on, some writers from Detroit, and I'll tell you this much, Jay. After the conversation we had yesterday, I would have thought that by 3/11, Jalen Duren 3/11 today, Jalen Duren would have been signed with the Pistons. So I'm not saying, if there's a better chance or whatever. What I'm saying is it ain't cooked until it's cooked. And it's not cooked yet.
I land on the side of I think it's cooked.
Mm-hmm.
I just think the Pistons are going to wait it out and say it doesn't matter. Like Whitey said, I mean, we've all said, everybody said it.
Yeah.
The ball's on our court. Doesn't matter what you do. We'll let you, if you want to flounder for 49ers, Brandon Ayuk. If you want to flounder for 3 months, up until the beginning of the season, we still have the opportunity to match anything that you want to sign with.
Yeah.
Again, please take your Morton Steakhouse dinners.
Please.
With Scott Perry. And if they want to send us two first-round draft picks and somebody else, then we'll be more than happy to do it. But I'm with Whitey. I just don't see it happening.
Alan,
you're going to have to blow them completely away.
I know.
I don't know if you know this, but alligators, this is recently filmed for the first time. What? Alligators, when they're in the water and they have offspring, they have the baby alligators.
Okay.
The mother will sometimes like stir up the mud in the bottom.
Okay.
They didn't know what are they doing. They never filmed it before. So someone actually filmed it, and they realized what they're doing is they're stirring up all kinds of critters and things. They do that because then things float to the surface, and the babies have something to eat. So the Pistons are just thinking, we don't have to do anything. We got Scott Perry, Kings, maybe the Lakers, Jalen. They're stirring things up here. We just sit there and wait, stirring things up. What's going to float to the surface? Maybe nothing. Maybe something we like that.
You should see Alan's face right now. I wish everybody could see Alan's face right now.
You see?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you know this has barely been filmed as of late? You watched something?
I did.
Okay.
I did. It had never been filmed before.
I gotcha.
Yeah. This behavior had never actually been witnessed before.
What'd you watch this on?
Oh, it was on that thing that was on NBC last year, narrated by Tom Hanks. Nature in America or whatever it was. Anyway.
Okay.
So all I'm saying is the Pistons, they can sit there and wait and just, you never know what all this is going to stir up for us. Maybe you come up with something that's even better for us. If not, we're just going to keep our guy.
I got you.
Yum, yum, yum.
That's a heck of an analogy.
Yeah,
what made you create?
me...
How did that come to your mind?
I don't know.
Hey boy, you creative over there.
Unfortunately, it's the same way I came up with that idea that Frank Caliendo said was the dumbest thing he ever heard.
Same brain.
You just never
Sometimes
know.
a man decides to talk the way he does.
Same brain.
You just never know.
No, Allenology, we need a name for yours. We need a name for yours.
Mm-hmm.
We got to work on that.
Yeah. All I'm saying is, for Detroit, it's a beneficial position to be in.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So they can...
Maybe.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Up, Scott.
If Scott really liked what he heard, if he really likes Duren, there are ways.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you this. We went from Duren having an additional conversation with the Lakers yesterday, that report came out, to waking up this morning and the Lakers are saying, we're going to take Walker Kessler. Is that a good sign, bad sign, or no sign as far as Duren's availability? Did they say, you know what? This is a waste of our time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a no sign, and it breaks my heart, Alan, to see people in the local media looking at that And I understand it. I'm not criticizing them. I just, like I say, it's heartbreaking to look at people that see that and say, "Ooh, well, that's an opportunity for the Kings." I think that's an illusion. The Lakers looked at it and said, "We can't. This is the only way we can get. We can't. They're going to keep Jalen Duren.
Yeah,
we got to go another way.
Right.
And we got Walker Kessler, so let's do that."
They had
because they recognize that mama alligator in there doesn't have to do anything. Jay.
They had that meeting with Duren, probably liked it, and said, "You know what? Let's double check with the Pistons. Hey, Jalen, hold on. Let's meet again. We're going to talk to the Pistons and see what we can do." They talked to the Pistons. The Pistons said, "There's nothing you can do."
Well, see, I think this tells us that it's unlikely the Kings could get this done via the avenue that you were talking about. Because I'm guessing if the Lakers really like Duren, I think they did, they must have offered something similar to what they gave the Jazz for Duren, right?
Exactly.
And Pistons are like,
Right.
Now, maybe the Lakers prefer Walker Kessler. I don't know. But
yeah, and
I don't think it's encouraging.
Yeah. And the Pistons are just, I'm leaving here with something. Yeah. So if you put our feet to the fire with the Lakers, we'll match it. Right? If and the Lakers said, all right, well, we're not going to waste our time. We're going to bow out. Now the Kings can say, okay, well, we're going to try, and you're going to get this player that you don't want, that you should want on some level, and picks. And the Pistons can say, well, look, what is it? I'm a window shopper. That 50 Cent, they can window shop and say, we're good with what we have.
That was very good. When's your next song coming out?
I don't know. I was just listening to Jay. Did you see that? They were going with Rory and Mal. They were arguing. I just saw the clip of whether Get Rich or Die Trying was a great album or not. Yeah. And I don't know. For me, it was always a great album. So
yeah, of course it is.
I was listening to Get Rich or Die Trying earlier this week. And I don't know what I was going through. I was listening to the 8 Mile soundtrack earlier this week. I don't know what I was going through. So all those songs are just circulating in my head right now.
Mm-hmm. Do you listen to music to pump you up? Do you listen to it for different reasons, depending on what you're, if you're trying to calm down or be reflective?
It depends. So right now, there's been a little lull in 2026, and I've already just fried my summer playlist so much that for the last 2 weeks, I've been all throwback. Not even crazy throwbacks like 2023, 2022, and then I'll go, like I said, 03 super throwback. But if I'm working out, right? If I'm working out, you were out yesterday, so when I'm doing the rundown, obviously when I'm driving in, I'm getting juiced up. Today, yeah.
So what do you listen to get juiced up?
What was I listening? I think I was listening to. I was listening to Lost Ones by Jay-Z on the way in. What else? I was driving in. And like I said, when I worked out today, it was my workout playlist from 2022. So I just left that on. Mm-hmm. So I've just been on my 2022 workout playlist to drive in. But then when we leave, it's much more chill.
Right.
It's not workout 2020, whatever.
Right. Yeah, so, it's like me coming in, I want to get pumped up. So I was listening to, some Carpenters, some stuff like that. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'll get you going.
We've only just begun.
That'll get you going.
What do we got, Jay? From Shams, we got an update.
From Shams.
Do we need to play the update?
Want it?
I don't know what the
If you want it, I got it for you.
I
only play it when you want it.
I want it.
Do it. Please. Or some Carpenters.
When it breaks,
we have it first.
It's Sactown Sports breaking news.
All right, fellas, we got a blockbuster, as Sham says. The Boston Celtics have agreed to trade Jaylen Brown to the Philadelphia 76ers.
What?
For PG-13, 2 first-round picks, and 2 second-round picks.
Wow. The Celtics were done.
They're out.
One more time, please, Jay.
You
Go ahead
have
again, please.
Jaylen Brown going to Philadelphia. PG-13, Paul George going to Boston. Coming from the 76ers, the Celtics will get 2 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Shams.
Can I just say my initial thoughts, you're supposed to let things marinate, but we don't got time for that on live radio. I don't feel like that's a crazy price tag, fellas. PG, was he even expiring yet? I don't know.
I think he's got another
Right?
year or two, maybe.
Yeah, I love this. Hey,
From whose standpoint?
Philly. I love this for Philly. Where my cheesesteak? Hey, Drapes, where my cheesesteak at? Paul George has a player. He has this season and then a player option for $56 million, which he's clearly taking.
I think Boston wins this trade.
Because of the picks?
Because of the picks, and first of all, they get rid of somebody who's unhappy, right?
They can both win it.
Mm-hmm.
They can both win it. I'm okay with that. I would say I don't know. I think
I'm not saying Philly didn't. I think Boston did well given the awkward situation they had. But a lot of it hinges on what, if anything, they get out of Paul George. If they get anything out of him, that's a win.
And he had his moments last season.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, Whitey. They went from, you got to remember, they went from wanting 4 first-round picks. They went from wanting 4 first-round picks to 2 and what is viewed as a bad contract and 2 second-rounders.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm saying I think both sides won this. Now, for some reason, the Sixers got about 4 shooting guards, right? They got a lot of shooting guards, but I don't know. My initial thought is I like this for both teams. I definitely like it for the Sixers. And I still don't know what to do with the Sixers because of Joel Embiid. But, they got they don't have Paul George anymore. Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Jaylen Brown, whatever Joel Embiid's going to give you. It sounds thinner when I say it out loud.
Who'd they just pick up?
Oh yeah,
the draft.
They've been making moves. They've been making moves.
The other question is, has any team that's traded for Paul George ever actually won that trade?
No.
Maybe the Pacers?
Yeah.
Or OKC?
Well, yeah, Pacers trade him away.
Yeah, so OKC?
Yeah, OKC. Well,
yeah, OKC.
Yeah, he was a beast on OKC.
Oh, okay.
They did pretty well when they got rid of him too.
They did.
Right.
Yeah.
We'd have to go back to see exactly. They got a lot of draft picks though, but I'm pretty sure a bunch of those guys playing. Because they SGA too, right?
Yeah, exactly. That was the big one.
He went from Indiana to OKC.
Correct.
So it just depends on what Indiana got back. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Well, they got didn't they get Domantas Sabonis?
Yeah.
They got Sabonis and they got
Yeah, I'd still lean towards OKC because the way they flipped Paul George to the Clippers to get SGA and all. I think OKC won that trade with the Pacers.
I'm looking here. It's so hard to keep up. I know there's
if Paul George is any good, and I know that's a big if, that I think Boston does very well here.
Dean Wade, 4-year deal.
Yeah.
For the Sixers, trying to look at who else they added.
Didn't they just draft another 2 or 3 though? No, they drafted LeBaron Phyline. That's who they drafted.
That's right. Another guard.
I was like, yeah, I knew
they got a lot of guards. They got a lot of guards, man. I don't even know how much Phyline gonna play.
I think
this season,
for the most part, the chat here is with you, Alan, and likes the way the Sixers line up. But I'm with Roger Massey. Good trade for Boston. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're the Sixers. You flipped PG and one of those picks might even be a local guy, might even be Jared McCain, that pick you got in the Jared McCain deal. So that was already, kind of taken and kind of used. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm okay with saying both sides won it because Boston was asking for 4 first-rounders, And did Sham say whether they're protected or unprotected?
Nothing yet. That'll fall down. Because
they might be protected. I'll put to you like this, fellas. Most of the time, when he put out that Walker Kessler, because I was dropping off my kiddo, he definitely, I feel like he initially said unprotected.
Well, yeah, for sure. Maybe
you
not
see what
initially.
I'm saying?
Here we go. Details falling down as you just spoke. 30 seconds. Details on 76ers picks to the Celtics. Per sources, 2028 first-round pick that could convert from a first to a swap that is more favorable to Boston. 2031 unprotected Philadelphia first. 2028 second round most favorable out of, there's a bunch of teams that pick us. Golden State, Oklahoma City, Milwaukee. And then 2030, second round, most favorable out of the Washington, Portland, and another pick they got from somebody else.
So one of the first of those.
One is one.
First
2031 is unprotected.
That's it.
2028, first round pick that could convert from a first to a swap. So if it's more favorable, then we'll swap it. If it's not, then we just get the first round pick. That's what that means.
So they didn't lose a pick, the Sixers.
Well, they lose the 31.
They lose one. That's what I'm saying. They lost one pure pick.
Yeah. Well, one first round pure pick.
Yes.
They lose the other 2 second rounders.
Yeah.
But it's just a favorable of where the pick has come from down the line.
But that first one you said about the could convey to a swap, there's no world where the Sixers don't
lose that pick.
Yeah, man.
Could convert.
That's what they were saying, Whitey, just yesterday, that the Jaylen Brown price tag was dropping a little bit.
More than Walker Kessler?
Yeah, that's crazy. Lakers got to feel like we got hoodwinked.
Check your analytics.
Man, stop.
Analytics say Jaylen Brown's the 7th best player on a team.
Yeah. And you know why they know that? Because he actually plays. We don't even have, it just says NA for Walker Kessler.
More on the latest on another huge trade when we come right back. Drive Guys, Sactown Sports.
Sactown Sports is taking over NBA Summer League. Join Jason Ross, Whitey Gleason, and Alan Stiles as they broadcast live from Las Vegas, July 13th through the 17th. Presented by Power Business Technology. Over the air, online, and on location, Sactown Sports 1140 is your eyes and ears for all things Sacramento Kings this summer.
Your exclusive home for Kings basketball.
Sactown Sports 1140.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-881-4300. 800-881-4300. 800-881-4300.
It's the 4th of July Sell-A-Thon at Folsom Lake Ford with employee pricing. Plus, get 2.9% financing. Plus, $1,000 trade assistance on select new Fords. Hurry to Folsom Lake Ford today. FolsomLakeFord.com. On approval of credit, see dealer for details.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Summer's finally here, and we're kicking it off with a whole lot of free. Free brake pads with Duralast rotors. Free oil filter with 5 quarts of oil. Free Armor All wipes with Armor All glass cleaner, and more. More free, so you can have more summer. Celebrate free at AutoZone. Now through July 27th. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery from the law firm of Gingery, Hammer, and Associates. When you have been injured by the fault of another, you will want advice you can trust. If you know an attorney you can trust, I hope you call that person. But if you don't, please call me. I promise I will be the attorney you can trust. Along with my partner and associates, I have been helping accident survivors recover for their injuries for over 25 years. And we can help you. There's no charge for calling, so please call us today.
When you get in an injury, just call Gingery.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Typically, a high handicapper carries an index of 20 or more. Golf Monthly's Barry Plummer offers 4 tips if you're tired of that high handicap. First, choose the right equipment. Invest in a 5-wood, which is more forgiving than a 3-wood or 3 hybrid. It's a much better option for getting the ball in the air. Second, play for bogey on par 5s. Break the longer holes into manageable chunks, perhaps aiming to hit the green with 4 easy swings while also navigating away from the trouble along the way. 3, leave the sand wedge in the bag for chipping. Up and down percentages are almost twice as good when chipping a 9-iron over a sand wedge, and 3.5 times better with the putter. And finally, stop leaving your putts short. A 20 handicapper leaves 55% of their missed putts short of the hole. Give yourself a chance with every attempt and don't leave another putt short. Try these simple tips and let's see whether your handicap starts to come down. And have some fun out there. That'll help too. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Is the volatility of the stock market driving you crazy? Is your retirement account sinking, yet you're getting older and you're starting to worry about, will I have enough for retirement? What about the money in the bank? These banks pay nothing these days. How do we get growth to get to retirement account? It's simple. Move into gold and silver. Want to know how to do it? Listen to my show, Striking Gold, with me, Kenny Michaels.
Download the app and listen to The Drive Guys.
The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles.
On Sactown Sports 1140.
Another big trade just went down moments ago. The Celtics agreeing to trade Jaylen Brown to Philadelphia for Paul George, 2 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks. That is according to sources who spoke with Shams. We are still in the process of ferreting out the details on those picks. But, Jay, you had one as a potential pick swap. The other is unprotected, right?
Yeah, 2028, which would be the first round pick that could the
first of the 2
first
rounders.
of the first 2, yeah. So Philadelphia 76ers would be sending a first round pick in 2028 to Boston.
Mm-hmm. And that's the one that could be a swap, right?
That's the one that said could convert into a swap.
By the way, consider this. This is from Akis, who does a fine job, Kings Herald. He wrote something about this earlier today, posted, and here he follows up. Now I really don't think the Kings did that badly in the Fox trade. The Kings arguably got a better deal for Fox than Boston just did for Jaylen Brown.
I don't know about that.
He had said earlier today, and I agree with him, he said, I don't know about the whole Zach LaVine component of it, but when you look at some of these deals now, you look at the Fox trade to San Antonio through the lens of some more current deals, and maybe the Kings didn't do as badly as some people thought they did. Sorry.
You thought they did well?
Huh?
You thought they did well?
I thought other than LaVine, if it wasn't LaVine, I thought they may have done a halfway decent job. I thought they got some good draft capital coming back.
Okay.
Yeah, but who knows? The LaVine thing didn't work out at all. It kind of kiboshed the whole thing, no matter what else happens with the other stuff.
I mean, honestly,
that didn't work.
Honestly, it turned into a salary dump. It just, De'Aaron didn't have that salary yet, right? You just decided.
Pre-salary dump.
Yeah, we're going to pay Zach LaVine. And then if you still had De'Aaron, and we don't know this, fellas, but if Darius Acuff ends up being a stud and better than De'Aaron Fox, you could say, well, if the Kings did not trade for Zach LaVine or whatever, and now we're going down the whole other dimension, but if the Kings didn't trade for Zach LaVine and they weren't really as bad as they were and did keep it going, they never would have got Darius Acuff, but that's all conditional on how good Darius Acuff ends up being. But in reality, you would say, yeah, we decided to pay. If it does work out, you could say, yeah, we decided to pay Zach LaVine and draft a new point guard and cut the years of the salary in half instead of paying De'Aaron.
Financially, how does this work for Boston? They get PG-13. Is he going to be making the same that Jaylen Brown would be making? Because it's for the next, 2 years, you said?
I think Jaylen Brown is touching. I mean, Paul George is making a ton. I'm pretty sure.
Right. I know.
I'm pretty sure Jaylen Brown was touching the 60s, though. I mean, it's a big contract, but it's close enough. I mean, Paul George making 56 and Jaylen Brown making close to that or maybe in the 60s.
I think I'm in the minority here. My initial reaction, I'll stand by that. I do like this for Boston in a lot of ways. But like I say, you look at the chat and, for example, let's see, stupid trade for the Celtics says Brick Ripsaw. There's a number of people here in the chat that feel like, wow, the Sixers fleeced them.
Yeah, so I've been doing some digging here, fellas. Jay, we were going back and forth and just breaking down Shams' it's not really Shams' fault, but
the details on the picks?
Yeah, because before the break we said that the Celtics only got one pick outright. I don't believe that's correct. This is how it's being laid out. 2028 first-round pick that could convert from a first to a swap that is more favorable to Boston. That implies the default is a first-round pick, and only under certain circumstances does it become a swap. Otherwise, there'd be no reason to describe it that way. The structure is likely Scenario A, Boston receives Philadelphia's 2028 first-round pick outright. Scenario B, if a specified condition is met, instead of receiving the pick outright, Boston receives swap rights. So there's a world where the Sixers can get it back, but we don't know what those conditions are yet.
What the kicker is.
Yeah, but as of right now, the Celtics did get 2 first-round picks.
You know what that sounds like to me, fellas? That sounds like to me a game minimum. Paul George has to play 55 games.
That would be hilarious.
Or under, you know what I mean? There's got to be something. Like I've seen that before where if he plays under 55, then we get the pick outright. If he plays over 55 games, then we just swap. You have the right to swap him.
That is interesting. Right here, just because he played, well, Jay, what's that number at? He played 37 in 2026. Which felt like a lot. I felt like we saw Paul George a lot.
Remember, as someone points out here in the chat, he was suspended last year.
That's right.
Did he have a drug suspension? Yeah.
Anti-drug policy.
That's
Started the season, right?
Was he suspended in 2025?
He was suspended, I think this story, January 31st, 2026.
I'm just saying, because he played 41 games in
2025. No, his health was suspended.
Yeah, he did play, and that's why the Sixers, he played 74 games in 2024. But it's been real hit or miss, fellas. I'm not going to go, I'm not fighting you, Whitey, but yeah, I think both teams, they did what they needed to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's interesting, though. Because really, Whitey, before you explain yourself, could be 1 first-round draft pick.
Yeah.
1 and 2 twos.
And a swap.
Yeah. Who cares? But you don't get it. You just maybe might climb 4 spots higher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You would need somebody, I guess, Jay, you could bank on, that's why we're seeing all these swaps, but you could bank on the luck of the flattened odds.
Yeah.
To where, the Sixers actually ended up with 2, but we don't know. We don't know that's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. This is from a Richie on the text line, a Richie C. It's from our boss. It says, Paul George is the NBA's Forrest Gump. Every trade he's involved in is a blockbuster. In some regards, so many key pieces on other teams can be tied back to involving him somehow. He's hilariously adjacent to so many big things around the league, and the tradition of him getting moved the day after a Kawhi trade lives on.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. I think Jaylen Brown, you talked about it, Alan. It looked like his value was declining, and maybe Boston just felt, man, we got to take this now because we can't bring him back. As much as they talked about, we got together and everything's fine, I think it was an untenable situation bringing him back. And maybe they felt like his value is just going down. We better get something of value now. And depending on the details on that other first, I think, in my eye, they have a chance to have done well here, but we'll see.
I'm going to ask a question that I'm sure nobody in Philly cares about right now. But we've seen this before with, we talked about Jabari Smith Jr. when the Rockets brought in Kevin Durant. I'm going to be honest, fellas, and maybe it's because I'm thirsty for young talent because the Kings haven't had much, but is this a world where you stymie VJ Edgecombe? I know nobody cares in Philly right now because you got Jaylen Brown, but is this a world where VJ Edgecombe was really good.
Yeah.
And with Jaylen Brown, now Tyrese, and, Joel Embiid, I don't know how many touches he's going to get.
Right. I think that's a great point. And that's why I'm wondering, as far as Jaylen Brown, we know what his attitude was in Boston. He seemed to always feel perpetually, unappreciated.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe he had reason for that. How's he going to feel now? Maybe he goes to a new team and says, I'm good. Yeah, what do we need to do? Maybe he goes there and feels like, bro, you know who I am?
Yeah. Well,
I don't know.
I mean, even Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey has the ball a lot.
Yeah.
Their
center gets a lot of touches too.
Yeah. So we'll see.
If it works, it's like, oh my goodness, how are you going to guard these guys?
Is this it's not, but it reminds me of the Timberwolves of the East. Good move. Do I have the Sixers finishing any better than before the move? Maybe a seed, 1 seed or 2 seed up, but not much.
I think it's an open question.
Yeah.
I could see it going either way, not to dodge it. I'm not sure it's going to be so fluid. We'll see. My guess would be might not be.
Yeah. So
that's why I'm not as high on the trade as a lot of people are.
For the Sixers.
Right.
Yeah. And again, we'll see. But if you do get to hold on to that 2028, even if it's a swap, that would make you feel really good about what you did. If you lose it, you lose it.
Now, somebody in the chat is wondering, any Kings news? We have a little bit that we'll share with you when we come right back. It's a drive, guys. Ooh, we got Jerry Reynolds coming up today, too, so stick around. Sactown Sports.
Like and subscribe to the Sactown Sports 1140 YouTube channel at Sactown Sports 1140 to get the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Matt and Kayla, and the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles on demand and at your fingertips. Get your fix of the Sacramento Kings, 49ers, Giants, Athletics, NFL, NBA, and the latest in sports and entertainment all in one place at Sactown Sports 1140 on YouTube. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
And we're live from the living room as Doug eyes up the match day spread. He's reaching for the Buffalo wing. Perfect. Hang on, what's this? Oh, he's gone for a can of Pepsi too. Incredible. What a finish. Sensational combination. Look at the delight on his face. There's no doubt about it. It just tastes better. Match days deserve Pepsi. Food deserves Pepsi. Grab a pack of Pepsi Zero Sugar for today's match. It's poetry in motion.
Hey, this is Jelly Roll. As many of you know, my song Winning Streak is about my own personal struggles with addiction. I first sought help for my addiction at 14 years old. Start your recovery journey. Choose a proven addiction treatment option that's right for you at ChooseChangeCA.org. The real you is worth recovering. Choose Change California provides access to proven treatment options for addiction to opioids and stimulants. ChooseChangeCA.org. This is your chance to recover your life.
You know, I used to think all money managers were the same until I spoke with Fisher Investments.
Really? How different are they?
Fisher's investment counselors are dedicated to service, not sales, keeping clients up to date on their portfolio.
Well, they probably just invest in a bunch of mutual funds like I do.
Nope. They build a tailored portfolio based on their clients' personal goals, helping them stay on track for a comfortable retirement.
Well, they must make commissions selling products.
Actually, Fisher doesn't sell any commission-based products. They're a fiduciary, and they believe that's a conflict.
Then they have some kind of complex fee structure.
Nope. Fisher has a simple, transparent fee that's a percentage of their client's portfolio. So they do better when their clients do better.
It sounds like Fisher really is different.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Fisher Investments. Clearly different wealth management. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com/different. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
When a person is seriously injured, there's no substitute for the personal legal relationship offered by the local NorCal firm of Ashton & Price. From the first attorney meeting, every important decision is made with a direct consultation with, and I can't believe I have to say this, a real, live, experienced, flesh and blood local attorney. It's called Home Court Advantage for a reason. Ashton & Price, serious local attorneys for serious people with serious injuries with no fee until we win. For the best local advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
At Power Business Technology, we're not another big box corporation. We're your neighbors, locally owned and operated. We know what businesses like yours need, from reliable printers to high-performance copiers. We'll help you find the right solution with personal service you just can't get online. Need setup or support? We're just down the road and always happy to help. Power Business Technology, family hometown service with big-time solutions. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729 or visit us at powercopiers.com.
As we roll into summer, there's a new opportunity for you to get a new truck at a great monthly payment at Folsom Chevrolet. At Folsom Chevy, they're now offering 0% financing for 5 years on every new 2026 Silverado half-ton in stock. 0% financing on a two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, LT, RST, High Country, you name it. Together, let's drive. Must finance with GM on approved credit, $16.67 per 1,000 finance. Cannot be combined with other offers. Ends July 7, 2026.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave, and yeah, I've been on the air here just shy of 25 years, and you guys know that when I endorse something, I have a few very important things. Number one, I love it when they're local. Number two, I have to be willing to use them myself. This is where Pest Pros came in, or comes in, I should say, because I've known these guys as Kings fans a long, long time. I also have a mouse problem at my house. I also have a cockroach problem at my house. And I did it the old-fashioned way. Went through Facebook, got a hold of these guys. We became friends. And when I found out what Pest Pros does in the community, I thought, I've got to have you guys on the air. We've got a partner. Locally owned, locally operated. Their kids go to school with your kids. You're going to get pest control somewhere. Get it with Pest Pros. Here's how you get a hold of them. PestProsPS.com or call them at 916-588-9345. That's 916-588-9345 and tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
The app and listen to The Drive Guys.
The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles.
On Sactown Sports 1140.
Today's big NBA news, according to sources, the Celtics are sending Jaylen Brown to the Sixers for Paul George and some draft picks. We'll get back to that. But as far as what's going on with the Kings today, not much, but Mark Spears on NBA Today. Is that the name of that show?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What do you have to say, Alan?
Yeah, so they're talking about the Pistons. You know, they got the whole crew, Perkins, Mark Spears, Brian Windhorst, and they're really having a debate or conversation about the Pistons and how this was supposed to be their all-in offseason and how it's not.
Windhorst was saying, I don't know why they haven't done more to upgrade the roster.
Yeah, you know, kind of not roasting John Collins, and Perkins is defending him. My point is that it was really just about the Pistons in general. As they're about to change subjects and go to a break, you see Mark Spears kind of adjusting his seat a little bit to let, everyone know he's got something to say. And all he said was out of nowhere. Nobody's talking about the Kings or anything. All he says is Kings GM Scott Perry had dinner with Jalen Duren in Miami last night. That's all he said, and then the clip cuts off. So, obviously he got that information. Scott Perry might have been watching the show. And said, hey, let them know that we're still talking and doing some things.
I wouldn't be surprised at all if that's what happened.
Right. So what that means and if that matters, who knows? But once again, we've been the realists on this whole thing. And the real of it is Jalen Duren is not signed yet. So until he is signed, it technically is not done. So you're saying there's a chance. Until that happens, with all the other stuff that's going on right now, until that happens, it's not over. Mm-hmm. It's just not. Technically, it's not. Maybe spiritually it is, but technically it's not.
Some Kings fans are wondering why the Kings didn't participate in this one way or the other. Again, the trade today, Jaylen Brown going to Philly for Paul George, 2 first-round picks in 2028 and 2031, and 2 second-round selections, 2028 and 2030. It gets a little muddled here. The 2028 first-round pick could convert from a first to a swap that is more favorable to Boston, which would mean, depending on something, and we're still not sure what, Philly may not have to give up a pick, but it may be a pick swap. And we've been surmising what that could be, but we don't know yet for sure.
So here we go. Shouts out to Tony Jones, friend of the show. League sources confirm the Philadelphia 76ers are acquiring Jaylen Brown in exchange for PG. Blockbusters, yeah. The Sixers are sending out their 2028 Clippers first-round draft pick. So the choice could be from Boston to take Phillies or the Clippers pick. That's what it sounds like. So they have their own 2028 pick. They also have the Clippers 2028 first-round pick. They sent the Clippers 2028 pick, not their own 2028 pick. Boston may have a choice to then say, no, we like your pick better than the Clippers. You can keep the Clippers. We want the Philadelphia 2028 pick.
Interesting. So one of Philly's 2 first-rounders in that draft will go to Boston.
Yeah, but they sent on paper, according to Tony, they sent the Clippers pick that they had already acquired in another pick.
Yes, but
trade.
But Boston would have the right to say, no, we want the other one.
Yeah, we want yours.
Yeah.
So the reason they did it is because they had 2 picks in 2028.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. So it is better for Boston than a pick swap.
Yes. Yeah, they get to choose which pick they want, but the Sixers are okay with it because either way, they won't leave with nothing.
Nothing. Like you said, I'm walking away with something. I'm like Denzel. I'm coming out here with something.
I'm leaving here with something.
So what do you think of this? A number of people have been asking, at least somebody's been asking, hey, I wonder why the Kings didn't get involved if the price for Jaylen Brown was what it was.
Everybody, and there goes my Brian Windhorse tinfoil hat, Sabonis to the Celtics, Jaylen Brown to the Pistons, Duran to the Kings. I secretly felt kind of good about that.
Complete waste of everybody's time.
Come on, Jay.
It was good. It was actually good. It was.
I was feeling myself, but it didn't work out.
This is one of the Kings' biggest problems this offseason. There just is not a market for Domantas Sabonis right now.
None. 0. Just shut it down, right? Mm-hmm. We've been on the same page. Just get in the gym. All y'all, just get in the gym and just do it that way.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much it. So, I mean, Whitey, just so you know, and I'm sure you're seeing this too, everybody is saying that the Celtics got fleeced. Everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that doesn't end up being the case, but everyone feels, I just see Russillo as well. Guess the market for Jaylen Brown wasn't that great after all. That's how a lot of people, but then see someone else, awful trade for the 76ers. So that's how you know it was a good trade.
Yeah.
When both sides, you can't really decide. It feels like I'm seeing more about Boston.
My honest feeling, just off the top of my head here, my gut feeling is I think it favors Boston, but I'm not saying, oh, man, Philly did terribly. I think Boston gets the better of it, but I like you say, I can see how it ends up working for both sides. I don't see one side having fleeced the other.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. Heck of an upgrade for the Sixers. Totally bolsters their odds. As for the Celtics, yikes.
Yeah. But see, that's also
Kevin O'Connor.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man.
In today's media, I can't, you can't say, oh, I think it's reasonable for both teams. So I got to say, the Sixers, what are they doing? Brad Stevens ran circles around them.
Hold on, man.
Yeah.
I'll give you something else.
Okay.
Who's working in the Philadelphia 76ers front office? Any guesses?
Well, it's not Daryl Morey.
Yeah,
no. Who jumped on ship this year to help them out?
If you're saying that, don't tell me it's Monty.
It's Bob Myers.
Oh,
remember
that's
Bob Myers
right.
jumped over to Philly?
As a consultant.
Yeah, to get.
No, he's interim. Isn't he working with Gansey or whatever the guy's name is to be interim?
Right.
Like until they find someone, he's helping the guy out like step by step.
But weren't they supposed to bring someone in for this time period?
I thought he was covering it up.
Interesting. By the way, fellas.
Yeah, because Mike Gansey.
Mike Gansey.
They tabbed him in May to lead basketball ops.
By the way, fellas, the Grizzlies are trading Santi Aldama to the Dallas Mavericks for A.J. Johnson, a protected 2030 Warriors first-round pick, and 2 future second-round picks. Santi getting first-rounders and Domas can't? That's what we're doing?
Wait, say that one more time. Yeah, one more time.
Say what?
Santi Aldama to the Dallas Mavericks for A.J. Johnson, a protected 2030 Warriors first-round pick, and 2 future second-round picks.
Okay, so 1 protected and 2 seconds.
A first round and 2 seconds.
And whoever A.J. Johnson is.
Also, he doesn't make nearly as much as Domas.
This is crazy.
And also, he can shoot.
Yeah, he's pretty decent.
You know that, what was it from Interstellar? No. I like Santi. But
no, I'm talking about AJ's pretty decent.
I like AJ. But you know Interstellar, when he's the daughter is in the room and he's banging on the glass.
I'm going to pull Alan here. Yeah.
No. You know that meme? You know it, Whitey.
Yeah.
That's the Kings fans when they signed Domas to that.
Exactly.
extension.
I thought the same thing.
See, if you're going to do me, you can't say you're doing me. Because I do about 10 times with you a week.
Uh-huh.
When you're like, Alan, remember Skip Doodle? He played for the Reds in 1847. I'm like, oh, yeah. Do you know a guy named Skip Doodle, Allen? Shortstop. Oh, yeah. See, you got to learn how to do it, Whitey.
Okay.
Because I would have sniffed that out.
All right, here a little more. I text Keith Smith. He said, hold tight real fast. He just put something out. Here's a little more information.
All right.
The 28 pick Boston is getting or swapping with the Sixers is kind of complicated.
Yeah.
Boston could get Philadelphia's pick if it lands 1 through 8. If that pick is 9 through 30, it's gone from the Sixers in a complicated swap that involves multiple teams, the Clippers. If the Philadelphia pick is 9 through 30, not the Clipper pick, when Boston could get the most favorable of their own pick or the Clippers pick that the Philadelphia owns, with less favorable pick staying with the Sixers.
So that sounds like that's pre-existing conditions. It's like you get this pick, but you got to know there's already – it might not even be ours, depending.
Because we got it from the Clippers.
Yeah.
So if
So want me to say it one more time? Let's see. Let's slow it down.
Okay.
Boston could get Philly's pick if it lands 1 through 8. If that pick is 9 through 30, it's gone from the Sixers. And he says swap that involves multiple teams, so I'm trying to keep that out. It's gone. So I think what you're saying, Whitey, it's pre-existing.
That'd be my guess.
Yeah. So that pick is somewhere in the ether, pre-existing if it's 9 through 30. If it's 1 through 8, then Boston gets the pick.
Yeah.
If Philadelphia's pick is 9 through 30, then Boston could get the most favorable pick of their own and the Clippers pick.
Jay, it's confusing, but we capologists, we deal with this type of thing a lot. And I know it is very confusing.
Yeah, break it down, capologists. So I think we had it with Tony Jones.
Mm-hmm.
It's just now the numbers are thrown in.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I would explain it now, but unfortunately, we got to take a timeout. We'll see if we can't squeeze it in when we come back. More on all this during the trade talk. Did we and the Kings get played, or is this game still going on? That's next. Jerry Reynolds coming up today, too. Sactown Sports.
Sactown Sports is taking over NBA Summer League. Join Jason Ross, Whitey Gleason, and Alan Stiles as they broadcast live from Las Vegas, July 13th through the 17th. Presented by Power Business Technology. Over the air, online, and on location, Sactown Sports 1140 is your eyes and ears for all things Sacramento Kings this summer.
Your exclusive home for Kings basketball.
Sactown.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Progressive knows you've got plenty of things to worry about.
What time does the kids' practice end? How long has that check engine light been on? Are takeout containers microwave safe?
So the last thing you should have to worry about is what to do if something unexpected happens on the road. That's why if you're ever in a major accident, Progressive's accident response can detect it and send help. It's just one less thing to worry about.
How long does chicken last in the fridge?
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Limited availability in California. Driver is responsible for emergency and towing charges not covered by the policy.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-881-4300. 800-881-4300. 800-881-4300.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery. One of the most common questions I receive is, what makes us different from other law firms? At Gingery, Hammer & Associates, we handle your case from beginning to the end. Whether your case reaches a settlement, whether it must go into litigation, or whether it has to go all the way to trial, we will be with you along the entire way. And because we are committed to your case, we are as invested as you are in making sure you get the outcome you deserve.
When you get an injury, just call Gingery.
It's the 4th of July Sell-a-thon at Folsom Lake Ford with employee pricing. Plus, get 2.9% financing. Plus, $1,000 trade assistance on select new Fords. Hurry to Folsom Lake Ford today. FolsomLakeFord.com. On approval of credit, see dealer for details.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sactown Sports 1140.
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sactown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sactown Sports app.
Oh, yeah, big trade today. Jaylen Brown going to the Sixers for Paul George and draft picks. And we're still trying to sort all of that out today, as we also are figuring out where the Kings are, potentially with Jalen Duren. Jerry Reynolds joins us at 5. So can't wait to hear Jerry's breakdown of some of these things. Alan, as far as the Kings go, we have the answer right here in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Pistons, let's see here. Sorry, that's the wrong one. We're getting so many here. What Jalen Duren needs to do if he wants out is, here it is. If Duren really wants out, he needs to demand a sign and trade. There you go. There's the answer. He needs to demand a sign and trade out. There you go. There's the answer.
I don't think that's how.
That is the answer. It's not.
Is that a different version of? And we made it 2 hours here. Is that a different version of Jonathan Kuminga trying to demand a sign and trade, which didn't work?
It doesn't do any good. You can request a trade, and a team can go, "Thank you, noted."
Well,
they don't actually have to trade you.
Well, it's back in the day. From that Jonathan Kuminga convo, when it was, will you really take the qualifying offer, right? Because that puts the Pistons in a position to lose you for nothing. Now, I can tell you this much. Jonathan Kuminga was getting lowballed as far as he thought, right? Jalen Duren might be getting lowballed, but his lowball is a lot different than Jonathan Kuminga's. Saying no to 100+ whatever they've offered Jalen Duren is a lot different than Jonathan Kuminga saying no to what the Warriors had initially offered him.
Is he calling on the hotline right now?
I can't see. I cannot see.
He's the host of the morning show.
Jason Ross?
The Jason Ross's Robin.
Christopher Lott?
Jason Ross's Batgirl. Maybe he has some business to take care of with.
What?
I don't know.
You call the wrong number? Oh
my goodness. Disrupting the flow.
Were you texting him on the side or something?
I was not.
Okay.
I was not.
I'm just checking in.
Carmichael Dave joining us. Hello, Dave. How are you?
Hey, guys. I'm good. I'm really sorry for this. My show was earlier, and I'm not on for a while, so I wanted to test out an NBA take on you, and I just didn't know who else to call.
Well, why is it that you have the courage to come on the air when you actually were keeping Sam Amick from reporting on breaking news today? Because you had him on when things were happening, and so rather than do his job, he had to talk to you about, I don't know, omelets or whatever it was.
I'm a tastemaker, Whitey. I don't know what to tell you, man. We control. We got a lot of power in the NBA. I apologized to him privately, by the way. He rejected it, but did invite me to a 4th of July party. So I think.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Didn't invite me, so what do I know? Yeah. What do you got, Dave?
This is like old school, like when I was a caller calling into the Rise Guys back in the day. So I've got a question for you guys, just real quick. Don't overthink it. Who would you say? Just don't overthink it. Who's the most valuable player in the history of the NBA, in your opinion?
Michael Jordan.
I'd say LeBron, but Michael Jordan or LeBron, yeah.
Okay, well, how about this? There is a most valuable player in the history of the NBA. His name is Paul George, and I have some numbers to back it up. The NBA has now collectively traded Paul George for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jaylen Brown, Domantas Sabonis, Victor Oladipo, Danilo Gallinari, and 7 first-round picks plus 4 pick swaps. So does that make Paul George officially the most valuable player in NBA history?
I see by one way of keeping score it does, Dave. That's a good point.
If you look at it that way.
I know, Whitey, especially you, because you're an NBA historian, you love these little crevices, if you will, of history. I'm trying to rack my brain, and I figured of anyone you would know, I don't think anybody else has ever gotten a haul that big cumulatively.
No, because even Wilt Chamberlain was traded a bunch, but he was rarely traded for anybody who was really that good.
I looked at Wilt. I looked at Kareem. I tried to look at a few. It doesn't match. 7, and I can't remember. I think I don't know, were any of the picks coming from the Clippers protected? I don't think they were. I think that's 7 unprotected first-rounders plus 4 pick swaps, plus probably 2 Hall of Famers and Shea, and I'm guessing Jalen. Domantas is probably borderline. I don't think Victor and obviously Gallinari aren't. So you can make an argument, 7 first, 2, maybe 3 Hall of Famers, certainly 2 all NBA guys.
Right.
3 all. I think that's it. I think Paul George is the most valuable player in the history of the NBA.
Well, Jerry's going to join us at 5. He may have he may have somebody in mind, so maybe we can ask him that. By the way, before we let you go, thank you. That's really interesting. What are your first reactions? Because strong reactions. Most people that we're hearing from are saying, "Man, Philly just fleeced Boston." I tend to think Boston gets the better of this, not by a lot, but I think depending on how it works out, of course. But how does Carmichael Dave feel about the trade?
Well, wait, I was just going to exit gracefully as I could, not take up more of your time, but then you do that hook thing at the end.
Yeah.
Are you being I say this totally respectfully. You know I love you. Are you being – is that sports – you're not that guy. You're not just doing you really think that?
Yeah, I'm not sure how Jaylen Brown fits in there, and I like the 2 firsts, and yeah, we'll see, but that was my initial reaction. I'm going to stand on that. So I guess that answers my question. You're definitely pro Sixers on this.
My retort would be this, and I know that I'm cheating a little bit here, but I did write this down as well. Donovan Mitchell got 4 firsts. Rudy Gobert got 4 firsts. Desmond Bane got 5 firsts. Walker Kessler got 2 firsts and 2 pick swaps. Jaylen Brown effectively got a salary dump. Let's call it what it is. A salary dump in Paul George, who has 2 years left on his deal and can barely get on the floor. And those picks are almost certainly, with the addition of Jaylen Brown, going to be mid. I've never really second-guessed Brad Stevens before. I don't get it, and I can't believe that was the best market for Jaylen Brown. And if that's the case, this isn't Luka bad. It's not, but I think it sucks.
Well, there's
okay.
The trade train blowing there. So
enjoy the disease I planted on that whistle, dude. Have a great weekend, you guys. Thanks for letting me crash.
No, thank you.
Bye,
Appreciate
Dave.
it, Carmichael Dave.
Carmichael
Interesting
Dave.
tidbit on Paul George, the most valuable player in NBA history.
Right. Based on what he's been moved for.
Yeah.
Or what
Interesting way to look at it.
Yeah, players have been acquired.
I think it's a reflection of the fact that he's always been viewed as a guy who he's really good, but
I don't think, I think that, funny enough, Jaylen Brown counts, but I don't think that's the play in this trade. He is a salary dump. So it's different than the trades of the past, but it still counts the same way for Dave's idea.
I mean, they did get 2 firsts for him.
That's where I was going to push back.
Yeah.
People are still bringing up the Kings trade, saying, well, the Kings got 2 firsts too, and one was used to get Clifford and this and that. We can't say anything. By the way,
that's not true. The Clifford pick had nothing to do with the Foxville, but
I guess they used something. I don't know. You know what I mean? People, that's the whole point. People are kind of reaching to make themselves feel better, which is fine. But if the Celtics if the Sixers get 1 through 8, they could get the first pick, and Boston gets the number 1 pick.
Right.
Then all these takes are going to look stupid.
Yeah. By the way, Paul George, 26-27, $54.1 million, 27-28, $56.6 million, player option, extension eligible. Jaylen Brown, 26-27, $57 million, 27-28, $61 million, 28-29, $64.9 million.
It's crazy.
Dollars.
It's crazy.
It's all about the money.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Dave made a great point, and I hadn't even thought about this. Giannis just got traded. You couldn't have got Giannis for Jaylen Brown?
They didn't. They tried.
That's interesting.
They offered it. The Bucks said no.
The Bucks said no.
That was the report.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
The Bucks said no to Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, there was the offer that was out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they tried. The Celtics did. They went with the Heat package.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Look, I know I'm in the minority here on this, but I mean, and Dave he backed off of it. But to compare this to the Luka trades, like, I don't think so.
Yeah, and look, y'all know, it says here, Bucks owner was driving force in rejecting Celtics offer. Yeah, so they rejected it. You know I love my hyperbole, Whitey.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is our last show of the week, and I give to you a tweet from Hoop Central. Is this the craziest NBA offseason ever? We ain't done. LeBron could go anywhere.
And virtually none of it, or very little of it, is actual free agency.
Right, exactly. Giannis, Kawhi, Jaylen Brown, all these names to count. LeBron will go somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I know I love a good hyperbole. This one might actually be in the runnings here.
Precious re-signing.
Precious. Flagler, Mobo.
Sorry.
You started
it. Be disrespectful.
No, you started it.
We're
just
having
messing
fun.
around.
We're just having fun.
It could be. Because you know me. I'm willing to put it number one right now.
Yeah. Well, I think we were talking about Jaylen Brown and some fans wondering why didn't the Kings make a run before Dave called. And I'm glad he did. But what I was getting to on all that was I don't think Jaylen Brown had any interest in coming here for one thing. And Jaylen Brown, in my opinion, is the last thing you want is to trade for a Jaylen Brown who doesn't want to go to your team.
No. And you know what's part of it too?
So that could be part of it. But
Shams was reporting that, and I don't know, guys, if this is a De'Aaron Fox thing, but Shams says Jaylen Brown never asked out of Boston. And that's the whole, well, neither did De'Aaron, technically. But he said, but if you are going to trade me, this is what I would like. The idea, if Jaylen Brown at this point in his career is going to go anywhere, he wanted to stay in the East and give it to the Celtics. There is no reason he wanted to go to the West Coast. He wanted, and to go to the Sixers where small rivalry, Boston and Philly, I think that's the other part of this too. The Sixers doing this deal, guys, you didn't even get a rivalry tax. When the Raiders don't want to do business with the Niners, you kept them in the conference. You didn't even get a rivalry tax. That's crazy to me.
The rivalry tax, if there is one, maybe you're right, maybe there's not, but if there is one, it comes in a few years when they got to pay him like $70 million.
Yeah. Well, not 70. It's close.
And I think that's probably a big part of this. You can call it a salary dump. Yeah, 28, 29, 64.9 million.
Yeah. See, you round down. That's not even only 65. It's just so funny.
I think that's one of the motivating factors for Boston.
I want to pull this all the way back around to Jalen Duren.
Do it.
Because, look, the Pistons can feel how they feel. Piston fans can feel how they want to feel. But the reality is this. The Pistons said, we're not going to do what everyone else is doing, right? Teams keep signing these dudes to contracts, and then they don't want to pay them. And I guarantee the same thing's going to happen with Trae Young in like 2 years. And I probably like Trae Young more than most. But we've seen this time and time again. These teams, when these players, they cross this threshold, they get these accolades, which trigger these salary amounts, and no team normally has the you-know-whats to say, I'm happy for you for doing that. Financially, we're not going to pay you that. So they all do it, and then they end up trading them for a 39-year-old Paul George and hopefully picks that convey. And the Pistons are saying, we like you, Jalen Duren, but we're operating on a different regard. You know what this is, Whitey? You know my Allen allergies? Somebody on the text line, shout out I think it was a 530 or 510. They were making fun of my Interstellar one, and then they said, love you guys, always listen to you while I'm driving around for work. That was from the 510. But you know what this is, guys?
What is it?
It's Coach Carter, right? It's Coach Carter. Now, help me out, Jay. I'm trying to remember. The line was, if I'm not mistaken, they needed a 2.0, right? Something like that. And Coach Carter wanted them to have a 2.3, right? And all the parents freaked out. Hey, they don't need a 2.3, right? All they need is a 2.0. What's the problem? These teams right now are saying, no, we're holding you to a higher regard to give you that max. We know it triggers. If you're all NBA, but that's not what we're going based on. We're not just going to give it to you because you can. Coach Carter said, you're not going to play just because you can. I have a different set of rules. And it's one of the first times, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but normally maybe not the super, but when they said, we ain't even giving you the max because we don't think that, according to what we believe, you have earned it, even though technically you are applicable for something does not mean that we have to give it to you.
I liked your Interstellar one a lot better.
Really?
And I have never seen Interstellar.
Oh, stop. Now this is a bit. Where's Matt George? It was a bit. Where's Matt? Bust in here again.
I'll just say.
No, heck no.
I'll just say that.
I'm on fire today, Jay. Jay, tell him I'm on fire today, man.
You hot, bro.
Thank you.
I love Coach Carter because Coach Carter was Richmond High, right? We played against them, and also a lot of it took place at SF State, where I went to school. when they played in the regionals. I think it was.
Oh, in the movie?
Yeah.
They filmed it at SF State?
They were in the SF State gym. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Played the sections.
Richwood?
Thank you. Mm-hmm.
Richmond.
But I didn't quite follow. I'm not saying it was bad.
This is a bit now.
No, it's not. I didn't.
916. No, hold on.
Over because you said Paul George is 40 and he's actually only 36.
It's all this. You round up. 916-339-1140. Am I hot today with the Allen allergies? Interstellar. Coach Carter. Don't fall for Whitey's bit. We know what he's doing, people.
Yeah.
We know.
Or did my alligator analogy actually carry the day?
And I let
Say
you
that
rock
alligator
with that
one again. Talk to him real fast.
I didn't even.
or not.
No, I didn't. I let you rock with that one. I said, yeah, that's a good one. I support you.
No, you did not.
I support you.
You gave me the look of evil. You gave me the evil eye on that.
No, because I'm thinking, what would Whitey do in my situation? He'd say, "You, Alan, I didn't know crocodile, alligator." That's what you would have said if I said it to you. You would have said, "Alan, are we in a swamp or a lake?" That's what you would have said.
Let's see. Kings Fan Dan, Coach King Carter. If you have a 2.0, you have to score at least a 1050 on the SAT to be eligible for an athletic scholarship. If you have a 2.3, you only need a 950. Now 2.3 is just C+.
Thank you, Kings
Shouldn't be that
Fan
hard
Dan.
to maintain a C+. These boys are student athletes. Student comes first.
Is that from the movie?
It sounds
Might
like
be.
it.
He might be close.
That might be from Coach
That's pretty
Carter.
close.
Thank you, Kings Fan Dan. See, now why would he look up those quotes unless he felt what I was saying? Kings Fan Dan, my man.
Where are we today with Jalen Duren and the Kings? Anywhere?
Miami.
Yeah, I thought we were nowhere, Jay. I thought Monday when we left, I wasn't in yesterday. Again, thank you to you guys. I thought Monday when I left that, well, that's dead. And then you get little things here, and maybe it's the media. They try to draw you in. There's things going on, so you better keep watching. But when I hear things like, "Oh,
I'm dead,"
Scott Perry had dinner last night.
Yeah.
Jalen Duren.
I'm
starting to think
dead.
maybe he.
It might have
Why
already
you
been.
don't do it to yourself, man?
It might have already been
It's
scheduled.
dead, bruh. Don't worry about that.
Maybe they were both just enjoying the scenery.
I mean, everyone has to eat dinner, right?
Yeah. By the way, when I was naming off, best offseason or craziest offseason ever, I didn't even mention Ja Morant. Still a name.
Or Melo.
It definitely is the craziest offseason ever.
Right.
Just not free agent.
Why is NBA offseason so crazy and so dramatic? Is it because one guy can make so much of a difference?
Yeah. I saw somebody say the Knicks broke the Eastern Conference. I mean, it's funny because everyone is making moves that are kind of opposite of what the Knicks did, right? They said, we're going to get a team that fits, and everyone's trying to make these splashy moves. From the 916, Whitey, because you brought up Duren, good afternoon. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
How about Kings trade Levine or Sabonis plus 4 first-round picks for Jalen Duren? What do you guys think? Reasonable? For me, 916, thank you. Good afternoon to you.
You say 4?
Yeah.
One of them plus 4?
Hey, it better be one of those hybrid swaps that Keith Smith was confused about, but that's going to be a no for me.
Why would you do that? Short term, you'd be a little bit better.
Yeah.
But your chances of getting better down the road. 4? No.
Yeah, that's going to be a no for me, 916, but.
Unless you thought, this team with Jalen Duren next year had a legitimate shot at winning a title. That's the only way you'd even consider that, right, Alan?
Yeah.
And this ain't that.
Or you believe that this, maybe not title, but hey, here's our core, and now we're cool. Now we can build around this core. Now when we have cap space over the next 2 seasons, when Levine is gone, when Sabonis is done, when Malik is done, now we can really build, and we're not as focused on draft picks anyway. I could see that, Whitey, but 4, because let's not forget, you cannot give up consecutive picks, right? So if you're trading with the Pistons, you can't trade. Okay, well, 27 and 28 are both supposed to be bad, so let's give them 27 and 28. Can't do that. It would have to be 27, 29, 31, so on and so forth, some version of that. So that's a long time. I wouldn't do it 916, but if you were Scott Perry, you want to do it, more power to you. I don't think more importantly, I don't believe Scott Perry would do it.
You could maybe justify 2. You could probably find a way to justify 2, and I think we've done that. 4 is just no. That just would not make any sense. Fair question. My answer would be no.
Yeah.
And anybody who would consider it, they're gone from my organization.
Yeah, this is from my guy, Brett Siegel. The Celtics could have had Giannis. The Celtics could have had Giannis for Jaylen Brown, 2 unprotected first-round picks, and one of their young guys like Hugo Gonzalez. Instead, they get Paul George for Brown. None of this makes any sense for the Celtics, who have clearly taken a massive step back.
Okay, that's interesting because we just told Jay, you and I both told him, Milwaukee didn't want Jaylen Brown. So now Siegel says the Celtics could have done it.
Well, I think we'd have to re-look at what Brett is saying. I don't know if that was the actual package. We'd have to relook at what was offered to the Bucks. Maybe Brett is saying if you had given up,
if they'd upped the ante.
Because I saw some random thing at one point that the Celtics can't move Hugo Gonzalez, just something stupid like that. So my guess is that Brett saying
so
you
both
guys
things can be true. Milwaukee could have said no, we don't want that.
Right.
But if Brett Siegel saying but if Boston had upped the ante to that point,
exactly
the same offer they gave Philly, they would have.
Exactly. I believe that's what he is saying.
I'm with you, Alan. I'm just looking around at some of the people that are on the end of the NBA, and I mean, folks are just tearing Brad Stevens a new one.
Yeah. I don't even know. Yeah, we'd have to double check, Whitey. I don't even know if it fully got out. What was? Here you go. Yeah, according to Shams, the Celtics offered a package featuring Brown and 2 first-round picks. So maybe there was no young talent involved, and I believe the Bucks got young talent and picks from the Heat.
Scott wants to know, Pistons lost Harris. Could the Kings send Monk, Hunter, and picks for Duren? Alan?
One more time.
Pistons lost Harris. Could the Kings send a Monk, Hunter, and picks for Duren?
Come on, man.
No.
I think we're going the wrong way.
Yeah.
I think we're going the wrong way.
Takes 2 to tango,
The
fellas.
Pistons got Collins, right? They got Collins, and they got Dean Wade. They still have they re-signed Herter. So I just...
Come on home, okay?
Yeah, I don't think so. I what I'm saying
that
is...
doesn't help Detroit. Where Detroit is now, those things are like, that doesn't help.
They're not looking for more role players at this point in time, I don't believe.
Yeah. I mean, in their minds, they've already replaced Harris.
Exactly.
Yeah.
With Collins.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. We'll take a timeout. Come right back with a look at LeBron. We'll continue our raging debate over all of this. Don't forget, Jerry Reynolds coming up at 5. And up next, if you were LeBron, where would you go? Next, Sactown Sports.
Take Sactown Sports with you everywhere you go with the Sactown Sports app. The most in-depth coverage of the Kings and 49ers. A library of written and video content. And all your favorite personalities all in one place. Download the Sactown Sports app today and get in on the action. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
Meet Matthew Preston. Inside his apartment, everything he holds dear is protected by Progressive's Renter's Insurance, like his laptop and a surprisingly valuable collection of baseball bobbleheads. Outside his apartment, his laptop is still protected, as are his bobbleheads, which he carries around with him for reasons no one knows. Renters, the limits of protection aren't just the 4 walls of your home. When you're in Progressive's Protection Zone. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
The sounds of summer. They're great until they're not. Luckily, AutoZone has free battery testing and charging
Let me check that for you.
to help make a rough moment smooth. Don't miss the Celebrate Free event at AutoZone. Free products with select deals until July 27th. And free services every day. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
The Sacramento Kings return to Golden One Center this weekend for the California Classic presented by Ticketmaster. Come see top NBA draft picks from the Kings, Warriors, Bucks, and Nets go head-to-head across 6 games on July 4th, 5th, and 6th. California Classic tickets are just $21 or save 30% with a 3-day pass and secure a seat to all 6 games for only $50. Visit kings.com/California Classic for more information and to buy your tickets today.
Skeeter here, my card. Field Tech, Sacramento Yellow Mosquito and Vector Control District. I never met a Culex terrasalis I didn't want to smack. That's Latin for mosquito. Hey, it's time again to fight the bite. Time to protect yourself from West Nile virus by applying insect repellent. Once a week, drain stagnant water and report dirty green swimming pools.
Ew.
They're breeding grounds.
The Sacramento Yellow Mosquito and Vector Control District reminds you it's time to fight the bite.
My card never gets old.
For more information or to report problems, go to fightthebite.net.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729. Or visit us at powercopiers.com.
As we roll into summer, there's a new opportunity for you to get a new truck at a great monthly payment at Folsom Chevrolet. At Folsom Chevy, they're now offering 0% financing for 5 years on every new 2026 Silverado half-ton in stock. 0% financing on a two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, LT, RST, High Country, you name it. Together, let's drive. Must finance with GM on approved credit, $16.67 per 1,000 finance. Cannot be combined with other offers. Ends July 7, 2026.
Carmichael Dave here. So proud to talk about my new friends at Pest Pros, where they are family-owned, they are locally rooted, and they are committed to serving Northern California. I got a mouse problem at my house, and I don't like mice. I got a cockroach problem at my house, and I don't like cockroaches. That's a real thing. You're going to get pest protection somewhere. Why not get it at a place that is locally owned and operated? Longtime Kings fans and partners, and the community, yeah, you've spoken. They're back-to-back Sacramento favorites. So if you got pest control, you don't have Pest Pros. Step up to the pros with their all-star lineup. Don't just make the call, make the right call. Go to pestprosps.com, Sacramento grown, family owned, or call them at 916-588-9345. That's 916-588-9345. Step up to the pros at Pest Pros.
In celebration of 80 years of 49ers football, Sactown Sports is counting down 80 of the most memorable moments that have shaped the team's storied legacy and winning tradition. Here's today's faithful flashback.
Number 49, Lights Out, the Super Bowl power outage.
There's a famous song that Vicki Lawrence once took to number one all the way back in 1973 called The Day That the Lights Went Out in Georgia. Well, something similar in Super Bowl 47, but this was in New Orleans, Louisiana, and it featured the 49ers and the Ravens. Early in the third quarter, after a record-breaking 106-yard kickoff return, Baltimore had opened up a 28-6 lead. The ensuing power outage buried the story of the Harbaugh brothers battling in the biggest game of the year. The 34-minute delay supercharged the 49ers as they stormed a comeback. It ultimately fell short as they couldn't get the ball into the end zone on 4 tries inside the 10-yard line under the last 2 minutes. The Blackout Bowl led to immediate upgrades to the Superdome, and the Ravens kept San Francisco from their 6th ring.
Faithful flashbacks on Sactown Sports 1140. Download the app and listen to The Drive Guys.
The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles.
On Sactown Sports 1140.
Kings fan Dan here in the chat. Sort of how we replace McDermott with Caravan. Tortilla Jackson, Sabonis, 27 first, 31 first for Duran and LeVert. I don't think that the Pistons want Domantas Sabonis. Do you, Alan?
No. Well, no. Sam Amick told us they don't. And the other thing is, too.
Could be posturing, but I don't think it is, and I don't think you think it is.
The Celtics and Lakers are off the table, right? So Jalen Duren just lost leverage hours ago when that happened.
Mm-hmm.
He lost leverage. You cannot, if you are the Kings, you cannot make the Pistons do anything because you don't have the money. You don't have the cap space. So unless you want to cook up a Walker Kessler package, like that's what we're talking about. Back to Tortilla Jackson. Think about what you just put there. Sabonis, 27 first, 31 first. Remember, they have already told us they do not want Sabonis. So our value of Sabonis is non-existent in Detroit. Then go look at what the Lakers had to give up for Walker Kessler. I actually don't know who's better between Walker Kessler and Jalen Duren, but it doesn't matter because that is now the market. Because Walker Kessler's getting paid $8 million less annually than Jalen Duren is planning to if he gets to $40 million. So gotta go back to the drawing board. You gotta throw in more.
Here's an interesting point from both Shortcake and also from Dean. Why doesn't Jalen Duren just take a qualifying offer and just be a free agent so the Kings can give him what he wants in free agency next season? Who's to say that it won't come to that? Who's to say that's not something that if you were having dinner with Jalen Duren, you might ask him about? So it's a fair question. He probably is looking for a big payday now for the security and, sake of his family and everything. That's probably the best answer to that. But what you propose, if he really wanted to come here, that would certainly be something worth considering.
Remember, he bet on himself last year.
Yeah, he already did that.
So that's 2 years in a row he's giving up money.
Yeah. So think about it like this. And the only reason I'm bringing him up, to Jay's point, that is what De'Aaron did for a couple years out here to try to get that Supermax. So imagine De'Aaron that next year when we were talking about, hey, if he gets all defensive team or all NBA, he would be able to get the Supermax, right? So De'Aaron Fox didn't end up getting it. So it wasn't a conversation. He still got the max from the Spurs, but he wasn't eligible for the Supermax. Jalen Duren was.
Yeah, to your point, Jay, he went out and earned it.
And they just decided, cool. We're not gonna pay you though.
Yeah.
We're not gonna pay you that. So I think that's the one thing to that point though that we haven't talked about. It's the relationship aspect. If he felt, now again, he still doesn't have full control because he's restricted free agent, but let's say that the conversation happened. I don't think he's going to take the qualifying offer. It's right under $10 million, by the way. So, I mean, we talk about bag fumbles, fellas. You can't.
No.
You just can't, all right? This is a Zach LaVine type of situation. You can't say no to that type of money. I don't care. You can't. But if you're in a situation and you say, look, to Scott Perry, look, man, they disrespected me. I want to come to Sacramento because it feels like you value me. And that puts Scott Perry in a situation where he says, we're going to give you the max that you can make. We'd give you, and you know what, Jalen? We'd give you the Supermax if we could, knowing that you can't, right? We'd give you the Supermax if we could, and you go back to the Pistons and you say, you know what? This is our guy. We had great, Cuban food out there in Miami, whatever it was. We can do 3 first-round picks, 2 unprotected, one swap, and we're going to pay him the max, which you don't necessarily want to do, or you want to begrudgingly. Let him come on over to us because we want him, and you get some bonus as well. And maybe it gets swayed if Jalen Duren's saying, you guys bleep me over, I bet on myself, I got it, and you decided you want it to be cheap. And that doesn't happen. Is there a rule, guys, as the game is changing a little bit, that says, hey, Pistons, that's just not really what happens, right? If somebody's eligible, typically they get it. That's just how it normally works. So if that relationship is strayed and it could get sticky, and I'm maybe begging here, but I don't know. And maybe, Jay, you got something on this too. It's just the idea of I bet on myself, I earned it, and you are just not giving it to me. I can't rock with that.
I'm trying to remember something somewhat similar a few years ago when, and this might have been pre-COVID, right around there. Maybe it was right after, when DeAndre Ayton was restricted and he couldn't get what he wanted from Phoenix, and Indiana signed him. Gave him an offer sheet, and Phoenix matched it.
Yep.
But then I think they may have paid him anyway what they would have paid him. I can't remember if they went ahead and gave him what they would have had to pay him, or if they just said, well, that's what you're worth, so that's all we're paying you. I have to look that up. But you mentioned the relationship factor. I think that's one reason I'm in the minority here on the Celtics and the Jaylen Brown trade. Before we get to that real quick, thank you, Jay, for this. Unfortunate news for the Athletics. Brent Rooker set to undergo surgery to address cartilage in his left knee, so he will miss the remainder of the 26th season. That from Martin Gallegos. Unfortunately, Brent Rooker out for the rest of the year because of a knee injury.
Brutal.
Yeah. But I look at this from Boston's standpoint, and I may not be right, and like I say, I'm in the minority, but I see this a little more potentially as some addition by subtraction for Boston. They get rid of a guy who wasn't happy there. More importantly, they get rid of a guy for whom they were going to have to figure out how to pay in the years to come. Mm-hmm. So I'm guessing that had a lot to do with it. And I think, that's not how we tend to look at it. It's like, wait, he's an excellent player. Now he goes to Philly. My guess is that Boston looked at it a little bit more as we actually gained something just by moving out from under him. And we're getting something back.
And maybe more will come out. I know that he's always on stream and on social media, so he's pretty open about how he feels, Jaylen Brown. But I think a lot of us were fairly confused as to what exactly happened. What exactly happened between Jaylen Brown and the Celtics? Not really Jason Tatum, but what exactly happened there and why it felt more dire than maybe any of us even thought. Because it felt like all the years of the media trying to split those guys apart, that's when they hadn't won yet. It's almost rare where things get worse after you get over the hump and win the championship.
That's a great point.
Normally there's a power struggle to get there, and it didn't end up working out. They got there, got injured, lost one of their best players, and it's almost as if, things were said while Jaylen Brown was doing his thing and Tatum was out, where he just felt disrespected.
Yeah, more on all that. Plus, Alan's going to tell us where he would go if he were LeBron. That's all coming up. Jerry Reynolds, top of the hour, too. Sactown Sports.
After a promising finish to the 2025 season, the Kings have signed Precious Achiuwa to a new deal that keeps him in Sacramento for the next 2 seasons. With a strong defensive presence and a versatile skill set, what role will the 26-year-old forward play in a crowded young front court?
Your exclusive home for Kings basketball.
Sactown Sports 1140.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-330-8323 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-330-8323. That's 800-330-8323. What do you have to lose? Call 800-330-8323. Again, 800-330-8323.
It's the 4th of July Sell-a-thon at Folsom Lake Ford with employee pricing. Plus, get 2.9% financing. Plus, $1,000 trade assistance on select new Fords. Hurry to Folsom Lake Ford today. FolsomLakeFord.com. On approval of credit, see dealer for details.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids Max Strength. Its dual-active formula has 1,500 milligrams of calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaids spells powerful relief. 1,500 milligrams is our highest amount of antacid per tablet. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Hi,
I'm Justin Gingery from the law firm of Gingery, Hammer, and Associates. When you have been injured by the fault of another, you will want advice you can trust. If you know an attorney you can trust, I hope you call that person. But if you don't, please call me. I promise I will be the attorney you can trust. Along with my partner and associates, I have been helping accident survivors recover for their injuries for over 25 years. And we can help you. There's no charge for calling, so please call us today.
When you get an injury, just call Gingery.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sactown Sports.
Before we get any further, my apologies, Alan, to you, to whoever's text or comment you were reading. Alan said something earlier about the Neat Clifford trade and how the Kings had traded something they got from De'Aaron Fox. And I may have joked about that had nothing to do with the De'Aaron Fox trade. But in fact, it did. As you may know, the Kings sent to get Neat Clifford a top 16 protected 2027 first-round pick that they had gotten from the Spurs in the De'Aaron Fox trade. So you were correct. Whoever you read that from was correct. Yeah. And we move on.
It was kind of a collective effort, so
I absolutely. Now, I know you and Jay have been listening into some Boston.
Oh, yeah, it's
Boston
great.
sports talk.
That's right. You know,
How they taking the news of the Jaylen Brown trade?
You know, I think they've seen better days. They are all over Brad Stevens. One day you're a genius. The next day you're a bleep hole. That's how it happens in sports and Boston radio. They're getting after it. You know, there's just something I love about that, Whitey. You know, everybody says all these things about, radio's this, radio's that. We got podcasts, new media, old media, but we know where you're going. And I'm not just saying, obviously Sacramento, but in general, sports fans, we know where you're going when something like this happens. Because we're here. We're live.
That's right.
We're doing it. And, people can go live on YouTube for sure, but you're in that studio, you're taking calls from people that are very, very upset. There's just something, and that's why, being in this gig, I get goosebumps every single day when I see people shouting me out, when I see people hating on me. I love it all, Whitey, because they're getting after it, and it gives me goosebumps, man.
Let me ask you, Jaylen Brown, is he a big Joel Embiid fan?
I couldn't tell you. Maybe they gamed together. I don't.
Yeah, he was pretty critical of Joel Embiid's flopping, if you remember.
Oh, my goodness, you're right.
Somebody pointed that out, yeah.
You're right. No, that's water under the bridge.
Well, it ain't.
That's just gamesmanship.
I think I sent you guys the piece where he was going hard on him.
Yeah, he did say, he's a really talented player. Joel Embiid is a great player, one of the best bigs in basketball history. Flopping has ruined our league. He flops. He knows that this ain't breaking news. So
yeah, so he's saying he knows it. So he can say, hey, what's up? You're a flopper, right? We're all good. And we just keep it pushing.
Yeah. I think he got fined for some of that. Jaylen Brown addresses $50,000 fine for Joel Embiid comments.
Which was on a stream, right?
On his stream,
yeah. So you getting fined for stuff that's not even mandated media. Like, let's just think about this. Louis says, heck no. Sabonis and 2 firsts for this Jalen Duren guy. Detroit will be killing us there. Well, you don't got to worry about that, Louis. I don't think that's enough anymore. Those 2 firsts, the last 2 days we've been talking about this, and me saying I don't think I would do it for 2 firsts, that Walker Kessler deal blew that out the window. I know there was no player involved, but Detroit is not saying yes to Sabonis and 2 firsts if they truly don't mess with Sabonis like that and don't want him on the team. So if that, you don't got to worry about it, Louis, because they're saying no.
Now, if you were LeBron, where would you go, Alan? Story
I
came
don't
out
know.
today that
I
he's
mean,
not looking for a big payday necessarily here.
Everybody is saying Cleveland, but he already went back to Cleveland. And I don't even know based on, so you got Mobley, Jared Allen, Donovan Mitchell, an old James Harden, and an old LeBron. Is that scaring anybody? Because people are trying to say that's a better setup than the Warriors. I think your best argument is that it's in the East. But I don't know if it's a better setup than the Warriors.
There's a lot of teams interested, apparently. We're all assuming, I know I am, that he's going to go to either Miami or Cleveland or Golden State. But it appears that, no surprise, there's a lot of other places you go. Minnesota's interested.
No, he's going to go somewhere he's connected to. Here's the thing. If I'm LeBron, I'm going to the Warriors. And here's why. There's a couple reasons why.
Because you're a Warrior fan.
No. There's a couple reasons why. Number one, the Cavs, like I said, I don't see it with the Cavs. There's just something wrong. I know the last time they won was with LeBron, but there's just something off with Donovan Mitchell and James Harden.
You can't go home again.
I don't like that. If he had never went home, it'd be different. Miami, I just don't see it. Him and Giannis, I don't see it, right? I mean, maybe it's possible. Oh, the whole thing with the cookies where he took too many cookies on the plane. There was some story.
Sorry, what?
Dwayne Wade told a story about LeBron. He wanted his cookies on the plane, and they didn't have the cookies. It was, I'll find it. It was a story he told on The Pivot or something.
So you're saying that's why he won't go there?
I'm just saying
it was cookies.
Well, it was LeBron wanted to do things a certain way, and Pat Riley said no. Right now, has Pat Riley changed at this point in his career? I don't know. The reason I'm going to the Warriors is, number one, it's something that I think LeBron's always wanted to do, and LeBron is all about new things. And LeBron is a businessman. That is the biggest splash, period, joining with Steph. Number two, it prevents Steph from the chance of eclipsing LeBron in rings, period. Because if they win, they'd be together, right? They would both be at, 5? So it protects him from Steph passing him. Now, I don't know how realistic it is that Steph would get one without him, but now there's no way.
That presumes that matters to him.
I think it does.
That Steph passes him?
Definitely think it does.
Okay.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Why Steph?
Everybody says, man, look at all the guys that won rings on LeBron's watch. Okay. And a lot of people have said that, LeBron post 35, whatever. But Steph did it in LeBron's prime. I know KD and all that, but he did it in the prime. So if Steph sneaks out one more, I don't think that's good for LeBron's legacy. I've always felt that.
I haven't thought of that.
I've always felt that. So it's something he's always wanted to do. I do think there is the chance, if those guys are healthy, which is the biggest if ever, you sneak in as a 6 seed, you're healthy. I know on paper, Schmal and Miles would put some cheese on the Warriors healthy as a 6 seed just because why not? There's something about when you get basketball IQs together that you give them a puncher's chance. It's something that I believe he's always wanted to do. It's something that hasn't really been done. This isn't the Brooklyn Nets with KG. This is a different level of that, even if they are older. And you prevent Steph, the possibility of Steph passing you. And the third, what I started with, it's the best business opportunity there is, by far.
Yeah.
They'd have, there 82 games? They'd have 80 nationally televised games. Whatever the max is, they would have, literally.
Yeah, they'd have 84. They'd figure out a way to have extra games on.
Here's a preseason in Brazil. It's national.
Jay, if you're LeBron, where are you going? I will just say that I was on Ian Begley's podcast last year because Drapes was going to do it, and then he couldn't, so I went on there. But that was one of the questions. Where is LeBron going to go? This was last season.
Okay.
And I said Golden State then, so I'm sticking with that now.
Fellas, I'm going to take the easy route out, and I'm going to say I just want to see maybe another week or maybe 2 or 3 days of free agency / trade time. Because I think that's going to matter for him as well. He talked about what sources say. He told Rich P, get all the best deals that you possibly can. We'll convene on the banana boat and have a conversation, and then I'll make my choice. I think he's still up in the air. I know he's in Cleveland right now because people have, taken pictures of him and posted some stuff. But I think LeBron, I'm with Allen. He wants to win one more championship and get out, with his rings. I could see him saying, let me just see how the whole NBA sets, and then I'll make a move.
Wasn't he on a boat, he and his agent, a year or two ago with Jokic? Does anybody remember that?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, Windhorst today was saying Denver. But to me, guys, you know how LeBron is.
I just thought of that.
He wants the best storyline.
Right.
That's it.
Oh, the best storyline is winning another championship.
Right.
That's the best storyline.
Yeah.
This was, you said just winning another one?
Yeah, wherever that is. If he sees somewhere I can win there.
I think it matters where. Him winning in Minnesota don't do nothing. For me.
Yeah, it do.
For me.
Maybe for you, but I think for the NBA annals of history, it does.
Yeah.
I think it does.
During an appearance on the Underground Lounge, Heat legend Dwayne Wade recounted a team flight when team president Pat Riley conspired to remove some chocolate chip cookies James was expecting to eat. Wade explained how what seemed like something trivial represented a larger problem. It was too much micromanaging at that point. You're talking about a team whose 4 finals in a row. You don't need to micromanage us, and it felt like Riley went a little too far with the micromanaging. Sometimes all you want is to eat some chocolate chip cookies.
Allegedly, the relationship has been repaired, though.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Right? Yes. Yeah.
I think if you're making me have to stamp it today, he's going to Miami.
Whoa. Well, with Giannis and the crew.
Giannis. I think he looks at it and says, I have an opportunity to go over there. Bam, Giannis, me. I think we can win it.
What's he playing, the 3?
Doesn't matter on paper, brother. LeBron is the man. He could dribble. He's going to bring it up the floor. He's the point guard. I mean,
That's a pretty good front line, those
It
3.
is.
Yeah. It's a true story, said James. Everyone knows I love chocolate chip cookies. It was like, I think this was on the Pat McAfee show. It wasn't like Pat was on the plane and I was about to get my cookies and Riles snatched them out of my hand. You know how stories can build. Then one flight I got on and I looked at them, they looked at me, and I'm like, that didn't look familiar. And I was like, no, we're not allowed to. No more cookies on these flights.
Wow. The only thing better than a chocolate chip cookie when you just have that hankering for that certain sweet, it's the donut with sprinkles on it. That's the only thing.
I thought you were going to say Jerry Reynolds.
I did too. I thought you were going to say Jerry too. No. Could he go to the Knicks?
It's over. They just won it. Can't do it.
No,
they can't do it.
When they lose, they lost Mitch.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll win it again, thanks to me.
No.
Yeah.
That one's done.
That's not quite as much
That's
cachet.
a storyline that's cooked.
It's over.
That probably would have been the leader in the clubhouse, but it's done now.
Jerry Reynolds is going to join us with his well-informed thoughts and opinions on all of this and more. What does Jerry think of the NBA chaos? We'll find out next on Sactown Sports.
Sactown Sports is taking over NBA Summer League. Join Jason Ross, Whitey Gleason, and Alan Stiles as they broadcast live from Las Vegas, July 13th through the 17th. Presented by Power Business Technology. Over the air, online, and on location, Sactown Sports 1140 is your eyes and ears for all things Sacramento Kings this summer.
Your exclusive home for Kings basketball.
Sactown.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it. Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet. Rely on 2 lines of Essentials. Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
Hey, this is Jelly Roll. As many of you know, my song Winning Streak is about my own personal struggles with addiction. I first sought help for my addiction at 14 years old. Start your recovery journey. Choose a proven addiction treatment option that's right for you at choosechangeca.org. The real you is worth recovering. Choose Change California provides access to proven treatment options for addiction to opioids and stimulants. ChooseChangeCA.org. This is your chance to recover your life.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it.
Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet. Rely on 2 lines of Essentials. Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy, pretty much hands off. They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922. Optima Tax Relief. Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
As we roll into summer, there's a new opportunity for you to get a new truck at a great monthly payment at Folsom Chevrolet. At Folsom Chevy, they're now offering 0% financing for 5 years on every new 2026 Silverado half-ton in stock. 0% financing on a 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, LT, RST, High Country, you name it. Together, let's drive. Must finance with GM on approved credit. $16.67 per 1,000 financed. Cannot be combined with other offers. Ends July 7, 2026.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Live and local, it's The Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sactown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sactown Sports app.
Real quick, before we get to the great Jerry Reynolds, if you're a fan of what Europeans call football, soccer, you might want to still have time to get to Super Taco. Chris Verlato
That's right.
hosting a big party, a watch party for the global celebration of football/soccer.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
It's about that time.
Mm-hmm. It sure is. And right now it's time to welcome in a guy who, he knows a lot about these trades and things because he's been involved in them. He has made them. So very anxious to find out what he thinks of this madness we've seen so far in the NBA this week. Jerry Reynolds, how are you, Jerry?
Well, I'm pretty good, guys. Pretty good. Great to be back with you guys. And as I was telling Jay, if somebody can figure out this stuff, let me know because I can't.
Well, that's what we were hoping you could do for us. Now we're really in trouble. What did you think, first of all, of the Boston-Philly trade? To be totally frank with you, Jerry, I thought, I think maybe Boston did okay on this, but they are getting just savaged around the country by people who say they got hoodwinked. What do you think? Jaylen Brown to the Celtics for Jaylen Brown to the Sixers for Paul George, 2 firsts and 2 seconds.
I think they need to do it.
Uh-oh. Unfortunately, we lost Mr. Reynolds at a key point of our conversation.
Boston.
Yeah. I'm sorry we lost you, Jerry. You cut out on us right there.
I was just saying, I thought that the trade from Boston perspective was awful. I really do. I mean, they traded one of the 6 or 7 best players in the league away.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Hold on 1 second, please. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, and I'm not just doing that because he was so down
with you.
On the trade.
Yeah, you cut the cell tower.
Yeah.
Cut the cell tower down.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was about to agree with me, so.
Oh, definitely he was, Alan. I think a lot of people are.
I still have to ask him that point guard question.
I don't know. Whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. And hopefully we can get that straightened out. Our apologies on that. So we'll get to, let's see, we'll try again. Hello, Jerry. Our apologies.
Yeah.
Thanks for your patience. Yes, we got you loud and clear now, sir.
Okay, good. Yeah, being out here in Roseville, it just you just never know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
There's just all kinds of stuff going on, and the trade for Boston made, I just think it's terrible. To be honest, I mean, you know, they trade away a fairly young elite player in Brown to the rivals, for goodness sakes, and then they get the corpse of Paul George and some picks down the road.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm guessing, Coach, that in some ways they must have felt, rightly or wrongly, like they just needed to get out from under Jaylen Brown, whether that's because of his demeanor, he wasn't happy there, or his salary, or some combination. That's the only thing that really makes sense to me.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can figure. I mean, obviously things seemed like they were strained, and then of course the contract is so huge.
Yeah.
And maybe, but I mean, it's like everything. It's like, well, if you're going to have a legit star, you're going to pay him a lot of money, and they did, you know, had a really good season last year, and he was well, anyway, I don't understand it at all. I mean, you know, you'd have to be probably in the Boston organization to have a clue, but to trade him to your rivals, and then, you know, now I don't even know how it will work in Philly when you've got Maxey and him and Edgecombe. You've got 3. I mean, you could play all 3 of them together, especially if by some miracle Embiid got healthy. But that would be a miracle, wouldn't it?
It would.
Jerry, I'm sitting here trying to figure out who to ask you about because of all the moves. So I'm going to skip over that for now and ask you, and I'm going to forget some names here. Jaylen Brown moved, LaMelo Ball moved, Giannis moved, LeBron will move at some point. More names that have also been moved. Jerry, can you think of a crazier NBA offseason than the one we're in the midst of right now as far as the names? I know not the free agents technically, but as far as the names that are floating around?
I really can't, because, I mean, there's obviously teams going to be changed dramatically. I mean, you see Antetokounmpo going to Miami. Well, that makes them a lot better. How much better, we don't know, but better. And Milwaukee, to their credit, they probably got a chance to reset. And I thought made a good deal considering everything. And now the Charlotte thing is interesting because, you know, obviously they had a resurgence, and LaMelo Ball was by far the best he's been since he's been there. And I just always kind of thought they might have felt like they better move while he's got a lot of demand. Because he really did, you know, until about the middle of last year's when he really became the player everybody assumed he would be and could be. And so, yeah, I think but stars being traded, I guess that's to Alan's point. I mean, I don't know that I've seen that many big name guys, and of course LeBron will, of course, as we know, will drag it on until it can't be dragged on any further.
What do you make of the Kings Jalen Duren conversation? You think there's anything there, or is this just a lot of posturing and agent talk?
posturing and agent talk. Basically, he's a restricted free agent. They're not going to lose him. They'll match any offer. What they did, and I understand that they're not about to pay him $280 million. He's not anywhere close to that level player, and it'd be destroying your franchise. So they want to keep him, but they probably want to keep him, at 150 or 60 million, and they know that there's not a team out there that probably could give him more than that, and so they clearly match. And then when he and his agent find out that's the most money they could get is right there in Detroit, then they'll love being a Piston again.
Jerry, Jerry, Precious Achiuwa, I know we went back and forth about Precious Achiuwa and where he could fit on the Kings. He's coming back, 2-year deal. How do you see his role? A little bit, hopefully a different season than last season with a couple other guys, DeAndre Hunter being healthy, Keegan Murray being healthy. 3 versus a 4, and maybe sometimes a small ball 5. What do you think about bringing Precious back and how his role might fit this season compared to last season?
Well, you hope it'd be on a much better team to start with, and I think I was really happy to see Scott being able to re-sign him. I think it was a good sign, really an excellent contract for, I think, his potential, because he's getting better, seems like. But his best position is power forward. I think he could play a little small ball 5. I would say probably he's going to, as a reserve, more than likely. But I think it could be a valuable reserve this year.
Speaking of front court players, are you surprised there doesn't appear to be any more interest than there is in Domantas Sabonis?
A little bit. I think he has a unique talent. He's a center that really can pass the ball well, rebounds at as good a clip as any player in the league for the last 6 years. So there's skill there, but he doesn't protect the rim well. And I think that a lot of teams have a lot of gifted wings, and they don't really they're not looking for a center to be the hub of the offense. They're looking for a center to kind of rebound the ball, stay out of the way, and protect the rim a little bit.
Yeah, and I think that's the biggest part of the issue, Coach, because the Kings paid him to do all of that, to be the kind of the fulcrum of the offense. Other teams don't want him to do that, as you pointed out. Therefore, to other teams, he may not be worth quite as much as the Kings are paying him. So it's hard for them to see why they should bring him in.
Yeah, exactly. There needs to be a fit for him. I certainly can see teams where I think he'd be a good fit. Charlotte comes to mind. I think he'd definitely be a nice fit there. But, that's, with all the shooters they've got now and how they're prepared, I think he'd be awfully good there, because they're not going to guard anybody anyway. And so they're just going to go score. And I think with him, they could go score more. But so stuff still may happen. But I think with, it's one of those things that happens with players. It's kind of like Malik Monk. It's like what seemed like a good deal 2 years ago now is not a good deal. Well, in truth is it probably was a decent to good deal when he signed it, just like Domas. But things change, and now all of a sudden, and then there's other players that, I think I listened to a program where they were talking about, like the Pistons, Duran was available or eligible for the $280 million deal. Well, so what? He's not that good. You should know if you sign him to it. In 2 years, it'd be saying kind of like a Zach LaVine thing. What in the world did we do?
Yeah. Well, Jerry, that's what we were going back and forth with. Doesn't it feel like, I don't know, with the new CBA that back in the day when you were eligible for it, you would just get it, right? Because that was the whole thing with De'Aaron Fox. If he makes All-NBA, he'll be eligible for this payment, right, and this salary boost and this new contract. As the Celtics move on from Jaylen Brown, they just signed into this crazy deal. It feels like we're going to start seeing these teams saying, yeah, just because you're eligible for something doesn't mean we're going to give it to you. And these last I don't know, 3 to 5 years, it was, hey, he's eligible. I guess we have to give him the Supermax. And that just doesn't seem to be the case anymore.
Oh, I think you hit on it 1,000%. I mean, there's a point where it has to be, fiscally sensible going forward. It's like, it's sure just because a guy's eligible.
But you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, Jerry. That's very important.
Well, I think for $100 million or so, there needs to be feelings hurt. and conversely, if your feelings are hurt being paid $40 million a year, then you really are a sensitive person. I think that's what's changed. Really, is that I think teams are saying, no, we want to keep our guys, and we'll pay them. We'll pay them as much or more than anybody else, but nobody else is going to pay them that.
Right.
And more importantly, they can't. They don't have the room to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing too with this. And then I've always said with restricted free agency, the owners fought so hard to get that, and now they're just starting to figure out we need to use it. It's like, what that's for is we can't lose our guy if we don't want to. Yeah. And then it also guarantees that that guy and his agent can find out his value, and then it's one of those deals. Yeah, if somebody had $60 million of cap room, which is nobody, and they offered it to Duran, then Detroit would probably let him go.
Jerry, we were having a conversation earlier today. And it was about the fact that right now, on paper, doesn't look like the Kings have a backup point guard. So I brought up Gabe Vincent, local guy. And Whitey says to me, I don't know how much of a point guard he is, right? Because Darius Acuff's going to be playing a lot. We mentioned Colin Sexton yesterday. He got signed. Probably was going to be too expensive anyway. So where are you at, Jerry, on the point guard conversation, where that line is between a pure point guard, especially for your backup? Would you stick with Malik Monk? Would you see what Nick Clifford can do? Darius Acuff can't play every minute of every game. So where are you at with the point guard conversation? Does your backup point guard need to be a quote-unquote pure point guard? And, Jerry, I'm not even sure what that is when I talk to Whitey Gleason. It keeps changing, Jerry. So can you please help me with this?
Well, I do think there's a little difference. I think anymore it's kind of a lead guard as much as anything. There's the Chris Paul not walking through that door,
right?
Per se. So guys have got to be scorers that can assist and run a team. And but I do think the Kings need. You could go if in fact you have Sabonis, you could get by with probably Monk and Clifford as backup 2 or 1s. Because you run your offense through Sabonis. But if you don't have him, then I think it's probably more of a problem. I will say this: I like Gabe Vincent. I think he's a veteran that kind of knows his lane. When he was in Miami a couple of years ago, I think you saw a better example of him as a point guard. With LA, he was just a spot shooter. And he's a pretty good spot shooter.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's more than that, and this will really kind of get your interest. He actually will try to guard somebody.
What?
Yeah, he
An
will.
NBA player? Come on.
I've seen it. Honest to God, I've seen it. I've seen it with my own eyes.
Now I'm out. I'm out now, Jim.
Well, speaking of point guards, potential point guards, lead guards, had you seen enough of Devin Carter to feel like it was time for both parties to kind of move on?
Well, I think it probably was. It's a shame. It was just a tragedy. A soap opera drama.
Yeah.
The kid, through no fault of his own, he missed his rookie year for the most part. By the second year they drafted, Nick Clifford, and the person that drafted Nick Clifford was not the person that drafted Carter, and certainly there's only so, and you had 2 other veteran point guards. There just wasn't the minutes there until the end of the year, and he got a chance then, but it was kind of late. And Yeah, I mean, I really think that's a kid that probably needs a fresh start, and it's better for the Kings to let him have one. And I hope it works for him. I suspect this would be my guess. I think he's an off guard that can be. Mike could find a niche as a defender off the bench. You know, as a 2-guard kind of thing.
Got to knock down that shot more consistently, though, right?
Oh boy, yeah, a lot more consistently, and his handle was a little loose. So, but he's young. I mean, time will tell. And like I say, I think with the draft being what it was, I think there's reason to believe maybe that Sharp can even play some. And so that made him even more expendable.
Jerry, we're talking about this Jalen Duren trade, and look, I know it's hard to feel bad for guys that make hundreds and millions of dollars, but I know, Jerry, people might say, oh, I don't like that Allen on the radio, whatever it is, you let it roll off your back, but Domantas Sabonis getting told time and time again, nobody wants you. You have absolutely no value. From the GM perspective, at what point, if you're Scott Perry, do you say, hey, man, Darius Acuff mentioned working with you. It's clear you have to at least get back on the court to maybe build your value. At what point here in the offseason, Jerry, do you just set up shop? And obviously you're not turning off the phone lines, but Jerry, the garage sale's been going on for a while. At what point do you say, hey, we're just going to focus on getting ready for this season?
Put that item back in the house.
Yeah, put it back in the house. You know what? I actually did use that toaster oven, Jerry. At what point do you say that with Domantas Sabonis?
I do think it'd probably be wise at some point in the summer for Coach Christie and Scott Perry to drive down to Napa and have some wine at the winery, the Sabonis winery, and maybe have a group hug,
Mm-hmm.
And really, I mean, it is one of those things that that we all forget. It's like, you wanted to do certain things, but it's also true. 6 years in a row, he's averaged about 19 and 12 and 60% shooting. We're not talking about chopped liver here.
Right.
And he might, help your rookie guard. I mean, I think he's got the ability to, and that's very important. And if he gets back to being Sabonis that we've seen for years, his value will get there at some point. There's not a lot of guys. He is unique, that's for sure. But at some point, there'll be some teams say, damn, we could use some of that uniqueness.
Yeah, if there is a hurry to get rid of him, I don't quite understand it. I know they want to free up cap space, but I'm worried about you. How much sleep are you losing over, LeBron and where he's going to go, and where do you think he most likely will end up?
Well, here's what I'll tell you guys. I'm going to tell you a secret. He knows where he's going right now.
Mm-hmm.
But he's going to drag it out all summer, and maybe we'll have decision 2. And I mean, there is not enough mustard to put on that hot dog. I'm telling you.
Where would you like? Is there anywhere you'd like to see him go?
Yeah, I was kind of thinking Stockton Kings, but offhand. But no, I'd like to see him go to the East. I mean, I really do. There's no question the guy's still an elite player. And I think if he went to Cleveland or Miami, he makes them a contender. Not necessarily, top 1 or 2, but they'd well, I mean, Cleveland beat the number 1 seed last year in the playoffs. So, and they've got some bigs that can really play. And, I mean, somehow if you could move off Harden, and get a young player of use, but Harden could still play. So I'd say, and then of course Golden State is the worst place I would like to see him go because I think he makes them a lot better too.
Yeah,
and I think as Alan and you guys were talking about, if he goes to Golden State, they will have every game on national TV.
Yes,
and there'll be 20 teams that will never get on, and so
every practice will be on TV. Everything will be on TV.
Yeah, exactly. And and Jimmy Butler will get healthy quicker, miraculously.
Yep.
And And so,
And Porzingis might even play a few games.
There's a chance he'd play 20 at least, and so that would be a miraculous turnaround. No, no, I'd hate to see it, and that's probably. I almost think that's where he's probably going.
Jerry, go ahead, Jerry.
Say one of the free agent things that may have the most impact is Kawhi Leonard going to Toronto.
I didn't even say Kawhi.
Yeah,
craziest offseason, I'm telling you, Jerry, in history.
I mean that guy with Scotty Barnes and that crew could be pretty salty.
Yep, Jerry.
Of course, and with the intense investigation going on, that they'll probably come down with a hard penalty at some point. Make him sit out a half or something.
Yeah, $50 and you got to sit out a half. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Jerry, real quick, I was just curious. People were going back and forth on, you know what? If Zach LaVine wants to sign, then you just sit him, right? Or you threaten that you're going to sit him and not play him, and that's going to mess up his value next season. And then once he said he's opting in, just sit him on the bench so Neek Clifford and these other guys can play. Jerry, can you explain, and maybe I'm off here, that's just not realistic, right? That just doesn't, that type of stuff just doesn't happen for a couple different reasons.
Well, yeah, several different reasons. And if you're Coach Christie, you want to, with the new draft rules as they are, you need to win games.
Mm-hmm.
And so, to win games, really, Zach LaVine, healthy, is still he didn't get that contract because he was no good for a long time.
Right.
I mean, he's proven to be like I say, I think he could be terrific next year and have a lot of value by mid-year, and maybe you wouldn't even want to trade him. But they got to use him different. I'm just, in my mind, I'm convinced that you want to get him off the ball more and more as a cutter and a mover and a shooter, and not so much ball handling. But that's when he was at his best in years past, and so. Yeah, to the idea that, he's not old. He's got some of his best years ahead, and so there's no reason to have a $49 million player not playing just because, and that'd be the only reason, because there's nothing to indicate that Clifford is as good as he is or will ever be.
Yeah, I mean, Zach LaVine didn't do anything. I know people are unhappy with his contract or whatever. He didn't do anything. He's not a bad guy, but Jay is not a bad guy either, and I know we want to wrap things up here with Jay, and he's got his throwback question for you, Jer.
Okay.
Legend, man, we were talking about the 1985 draft, and I don't know if you had your hand in 1985 draft for the Sacramento Kings, but somebody's got to please explain to me.
I'm innocent.
How Chris Mullin went 7th. John Koncak, Benoit Benjamin, and Joe Klein went above him. And if you did have something to do with it, no disrespect to Joe Klein, good person, how did we miss out on Chris Mullin?
Well, and how about Detlef Schrempf?
Yeah, right behind him.
And then, of course, Karl Malone was pretty good later on.
Yes, sir.
So to answer your question, the Kings really screwed up. And they really did, and there's no doubt about it. I mean, Joe went on to have a nice long career, actually better than Koncak or Benjamin, or I think even William Bedford was taken in that draft. Just a plethora of 7-foot busts. But you're right, Jay. I mean, yeah, Chris Mullin and Schrempf. I mean, those two. I mean, for sure. Of course, Karl Malone. Actually, you can make case he should have been the number 1 pick over Ewing. Really.
But you had I know you had zero to do with that, right? You had nothing to do with it.
I did not. I had not signed the contract. I was still a college division coach. I'm innocent. I can prove it. There's no DNA evidence to support otherwise.
Ooh, that was a terrible move.
Yeah, it was, and I was going to say, and just the a year before, I think it was, or 2 years before, they drafted LaSalle Thompson, who was good. I mean, a good solid center probably, and it's like, well, and you had Otis Thorpe at power forward. I kind of understand why you might have passed on Malone, because you had Thorpe, who was an all-star. Clearly the Kings decided that's why they need to trade him. But anyway, yeah, with the Mullen and Shrimp, they would have fit perfectly on that team.
Mm-hmm.
That's perfectly.
Yeah. We just have one more for you on the chat here. What do you think about Kuminga? Do you think the Kings, apparently the Kings are not interested this time around. Do you think they should have interest in Jonathan Kuminga?
I think it might be just time to get out of that Kuminga race. I mean, it really is a little confused. I mean, when Atlanta says thank you very much, but no thanks, it just may not be the right time.
Case closed. Yeah.
He might need another come to Jesus moment on another team.
Well, thank you so much for all you do for us. I hope you have a great holiday. Can't wait to talk to you again. But seriously, we appreciate so much. And the response, as I told you today, the response is so great when you come on, Coach. I can't thank you enough, but we enjoy it and hope you do too.
Well, I enjoyed it a lot. And just getting the chance to visit with you three legends themselves, it just gets me perked up, and I'll be ready for the holiday now.
All right. You take it easy. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, see you soon.
The legend.
Coach.
Yeah, did you get the answer you were finagling for here on guards?
Oh,
whatever?
I did. Oh, I definitely did. Thank you.
The ironic thing is, you talk about what's a point guard. You were the one that told me first. I had not realized it. You realized it first that you said Devin Carter is not a point guard.
Right.
You told me that, and you were right.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know what it is.
Oh, I
see. It's just a line that you go across that I don't come with you on the line.
All right. We'll come back with more and all that, plus what's cooking next on Sactown Sports.
After a promising finish to the 2025 season, the Kings have signed Precious Achiuwa to a new deal that keeps him in Sacramento for the next 2 seasons. With a strong defensive presence and a versatile skill set, what role will the 26-year-old forward play in a crowded young front court?
Your exclusive home for Kings basketball.
Sactown Sports 1140.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Summer's finally here, and we're kicking it off with a whole lot of free. Free brake pads with Duralast rotors. Free oil filter with 5 quarts of oil. Free Armor All wipes with Armor All glass cleaner, and more. More free, so you can have more summer. Celebrate free at AutoZone. Now through July 27th. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-572-3344. That's 800-572-3344.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery. One of the most common questions I receive is, what makes us different from other law firms? At Gingery, Hammer & Associates, we handle your case from beginning to the end. Whether your case reaches a settlement, whether it must go into litigation, or whether it has to go all the way to trial, we will be with you along the entire way. And because we are committed to your case, we are as invested as you are in making sure you get the outcome you deserve.
When you get an injury, just call Gingery.
Toyota's 4th of July sales event ends soon. Hurry in today for a new Toyota truck. This 4th of July, get 3.99% APR plus $500 finance cash on 2026 Tacoma SR5, or get 2.99% APR on Tundra. The 4th of July sales event is almost over. Don't miss out. Toyota. Let's go places. Offers available through TFS to buyers with pre-rated credit and can't be combined with other offers. Cashback offer excludes Tundra TRD Pro ends 8326.
New Game Plus with Oxy makes your laundry smell incredible and fights stubborn smells, like the ones your dog Biscuit brought into your freshly made bed last night. But you wash that all away with Game, and now you're drifting asleep to the scent and sound of waves. No, that's the dog licking your ear.
Biscuit.
It just might be our greatest scent ever. Now with odor fighting power. New Game Plus with Oxy.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different.
Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. BABBEL.com.
And we're live from the living room as Doug eyes up the matchday spread. He's reaching for the Buffalo wing. Perfect. Hang on, what's this? Oh, he's gone for a can of Pepsi too. Incredible. What a finish. Sensational combination. Look at the delight on his face. There's no doubt about it. It just tastes better. Match days deserve Pepsi. Food deserves Pepsi. Grab a pack of Pepsi Zero Sugar for today's match. It's poetry in motion.
Order up, Sacramento.
And for you, sir?
I will have the gabagool. The dinner bell rang, and it's time to find out what's on the menu.
Lunch? Oh, you gotta be kidding. Lunch is for whips.
So fire up the grill and crank up the burners, because it's time to find out what's cooking on the Drive Guys.
Give me all the bacon and eggs you have. Do you understand?
Here's Whitey Gleason and Alan Stiles.
I'll have what she's having.
Well, you know what's cooking? Obviously, a lot's cooking in the NBA, and we'll get back to that. But this 4th of July weekend, a lot of meats will be sizzling, and a lot of hot dogs will be cooking.
That's right.
Have you ever wondered? I've wondered this. I looked it up today and never knew this. Why is the hot dog considered such a symbol of America?
I have not wondered that, but now I'm curious.
Mm-hmm. Looked it up today. Here's what I came up with. Hot dogs became symbols of America by evolving from cheap working-class German street food into a staple of summer cookouts, boardwalks, and baseball games. So many things in our culture start with the Germans. I say that proudly. I'm part German. The freaking Christmas tree. Freaking Christmas itself. And even hot dogs.
Yeah.
Started with, I guess, Frankfurters. Their massive affordability, that is hot dogs' massive affordability, made them popular nationwide during the Great Depression. You have iconic events like Nathan's famous hot dog eating contest, cementing their cultural status. Coney Island, they had a hot dog stand. They started selling hot dogs and then became popular at baseball games because, it's so easy to eat. You're at the game, here's the bun, and you put the sausage in there, and just kind of got cemented in there, gosh, going way, way back, and it's just been considered an all-American food ever since.
Hey, me personally, I like a hot dog. I don't love a hot dog. I'm a big grilled hot dog guy.
Me too. They used to call them Red Hots, by the way.
Okay.
That's what they used to call them.
Well, that's what they called hot dogs?
Yeah, Red Hots.
Yeah. Look, if you're going to give me a hot dog, I'll eat it. A lot of times that's the halftime food at the Kings games.
Yes.
But my perfect hot dog has got to be on the grill. Give me a little char, a little crunch.
I'm with you on that.
But, if it's just sitting there boiled, I'll eat it, but it's not my first look.
You like a Chicago dog? What kind of dog you like? You like Brendan with the mayonnaise?
I mean, I like the works, no mayo, but I like, I'll go onions, relish.
You're a sauerkraut
ketchup.
guy?
I am.
Wow.
I am. What, does that surprise you?
It does.
What? Why?
I don't know a lot of people. Maybe I didn't think I knew anybody that was like, yeah, give me some sauerkraut. Good for you.
I mean, I'm not going and purchasing it myself. But...
Horseradish on that too?
Oh, yeah, I'm on that.
Woo!
It depends on the type of dog.
Woo! Jay just shook you off.
No, it depends if it's a,
You gave him the signal and he said, nope, not throwing that.
At Sutter Health, my boy, the sausage guy, right?
Uh-huh.
He'll give me, now these are bratwurst, cheddar jalapeno, and he'll say, hey, do you want sauerkraut, grilled peppers, like that? I don't even know if that's considered a hot dog. Like, these aren't pure hot. I'm not
we're considering everything of that genre.
I'm not putting sauerkraut on a normal hot dog.
Okay.
No.
What'd you say? Cheddar jalapeno. Does that have cheddar and jalapeno pieces in it?
In it, yeah.
Inside.
Okay. Inside.
Yeah, they used to have those cheddar dogs at Kings games.
Yeah, and the snap on them. Mm-hmm. It's all about the snap, guys. The casing and the snap on.
And you know what the casing is?
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell nobody.
Yeah, we're not talking about that now. But you know what I think I'm going to do this weekend? I've always wanted to do this. I've never done it before. My two loves when it comes to hot dogs. I think for the first time, I'm going to grill. And shout out Manny Tuliger. Yeah, hot links. My pops loves hot links.
Oh, yeah.
Got to do them.
I'm a huge
Louisiana hot links.
I think I'm going to go. I've always wanted to do this, never done it.
Linguiça.
Ooh, that's good too.
Hot dog on the grill, but chili cheese. I've had a hot dog on the grill. I've had a chili cheese hot dog. I've never cooked my hot dog on the grill and then chili cheesified it.
I think that sounds great. I wouldn't do it. Here's why. To me, I love the chili cheese. I love the grilled hot dog. To me, it's almost like the things I love about the grilled hot dog I can't enjoy as much if I use the chili cheese.
But I want to see how it works. I've never done it. Has anyone done that? Chili cheese hot dog, but the hot dog was on the grill. I need to know because I think I'm gonna do it this weekend. Tri-tip, always that's a staple. You know what? Some grilled chicken. I make a good grilled chicken one.
Did I just kind of talk you into the hot dog thing?
I think you did. It wasn't on my list.
All right.
You know, things are expensive now, so I'm going to expand my list a little bit, so it got to be a smaller tri-tip. You know what I'm saying? And some shrimp. Got to get the shrimp whitey. Where are you at with the sides? Is it all cold? Potato salad? Macaroni salad? Or do you like a hot side?
Mostly cold sides. But I'll tell you, they had a place in, I don't know that it's there anymore, Alice Cooper's restaurant. You ever go there, Jay, in Phoenix?
No.
Next to the arena. I don't think it's there anymore. Cooperstown it was called. They had a thing called the Big Unit, which was like 2 feet long hot dog.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, named for Randy Johnson.
Right.
Yeah. And when you ordered it, they had a siren that went off and they'd carry it out. You go, the thing was monstrous.
Was it a challenge?
I don't know if, I don't think you got it free if you ate it or anything like that.
Right.
But they made a big thing about it when you ordered it. But
okay.
It's the biggest hot dog I ever saw.
You never tried it?
I did not, but my brother did once.
Okay.
He went there, yeah.
Yeah, like if I go to a baseball game, I'm not buying a hot dog.
And this was a long time ago. I remember him saying something about, along the lines of Carmichael Dave's commercial about girth. So
Yep.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Say less.
Yeah.
Say less.
So happy 4th of July.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy your hot dogs. The American food. The cool thing about it to me is that a symbol of America evolving from cheap working class German street food. That's Americans. Because it was on the streets and the people ate it and enjoyed it.
That's right.
Yes.
And those hot dogs, you used to get them at A's games in Oakland, but they have them everywhere downtown in Sacramento when they have the mobile.
I used to do that for a living in college.
You did that?
I was a hot dog vendor on the streets, pretzels and hot dogs in San Francisco.
You did tell me that.
Yeah.
But the ones I'm talking about here, they're wrapped in bacon. those.
Oh, yeah.
You'll see them making it.
Oh, those smell good.
I'm going to tell you what, though, guys. Not as cheap as they used to be because they got Venmo. Back in my day, $5.
Cash or nothing, baby.
Jay, those bacon wrap hot dogs.
Yeah.
I rolled up. We were in old Sacramento and we were getting dinner anyway. So I'm just walking by and people are going up to them. I said, $10 for the one single hot dog. And they're like, we take Venmo. I'm like, well, that's still a no for me, but right now.
One 4th of July or whatever holiday it was, for some reason, we had those veggie hot dogs.
Okay.
Not actual meat.
Yeah.
And we had a dog named Orion who was like a husky. And I had someone at the vet tell me once, I think he's part wolf. I don't know if he was, but he looked like it.
Uh-huh.
Really smart dog. And so one time I was like, hey, come here, boy. And I went to give one of the veggie hot dogs. He just looked at me like, you demean us both. What is the matter with you?
Wow.
He wanted no part of that whatsoever.
I hate you. Yeah, couldn't get it past
Come on, man. Who brought that stuff into the Gleason household?
At that time, Jay, it might have been the guilty party, to be honest.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, it was many years ago.
Have to switch it up.
Come on, brother.
Mm-hmm. But my dog taught me the error of my ways.
Wow.
Just the look he
Don't
gave
bring
me.
that stuff in here, man.
It's very similar to the look Alan gave me earlier when I mentioned my alligator analogy.
No, that's I supported you.
Very similar. We'll come back, wrap things up on this crazy, crazy day of NBA free agency. Can we make any sense of it? We still got one more shot at that next on Sactown Sports.
After a promising finish to the 2025 season, the Kings have signed Precious Achiuwa to a new deal that keeps him in Sacramento for the next 2 seasons. With a strong defensive presence and a versatile skill set, what role will the 26-year-old forward play in a crowded young front court?
Your exclusive home for Kings basketball.
Sactown Sports 1140.
At Power Business Technology, we're not another big box corporation. We're your neighbors, locally owned and operated. We know what businesses like yours need, from reliable printers to high-performance copiers. We'll help you find the right solution with personal service you just can't get online. Need setup or support? We're just down the road and always happy to help. Power Business Technology, family hometown service with big-time solutions. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729 or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Dawn or dusk, I'm on the hunt. Skeeter here, Sacramento Yellow Mosquito and Vector Control District, and I'm wearing Skeeter Vision, night vision goggles that light up skeeters at dawn or dusk like the 4th of July. Mosquito, 12 o'clock. Got 'em. So fight the bite by wearing long sleeves and pants at dawn or dusk when they're most active. Apply insect repellent and drain stagnant water. It's a breeding ground.
Dawn or dusk, the Sacramento Yellow Mosquito and Vector Control District reminds you to fight the bite. For more information or to report problems, go to fightthebite.net.
It's the 4th of July Sell-a-thon at Folsom Lake Ford with employee pricing. Plus, get 2.9% financing. Plus, $1,000 trade assistance on select new Fords. Hurry to Folsom Lake Ford today. FolsomLakeFord.com. On approval of credit, see dealer for details.
Hi, how can I help? Well, my husband and I feel like we've outgrown our current money manager. I see. Our lives have changed, and we need something more than just mutual funds to help us in retirement.
She's right.
I hear that often. At Fisher Investments, we'd start by getting to know you, your finances, family, health, lifestyle. We tailor a portfolio around your goals and needs.
Sounds good.
Can you help with estate planning? Yes. We have a team of specialists who can help you with estate planning, Social Security, investment income, and more. We'll get to know your whole financial picture and help keep you on the path to a comfortable retirement.
And your fees?
We have a simple, transparent fee that's a percentage of the value of your portfolio. So we do better when you do better. I feel better already. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com/different. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Summer is heating up, and July is absolutely packed with unforgettable matchups and can't-miss promotions. From spectacular patriotic fireworks and exclusive kids giveaways to our Filipino heritage and Bravo-themed nights, there's a reason to be at the ballpark all month long. Plan your ultimate summer under the lights and score your tickets now at athletics.com/tickets. That's athletics.com/tickets.
The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles on Sactown Sports 1140.
The United States of America has just taken a 1-0 lead on Bosnia-Herzegovina. What do we got, Alan? We got, how much time is left?
It was, if I'm not mistaken, right there at the 45th minute before the break.
There we go. Right.
There we go.
Stay with the lead.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All those customers, I don't know how much, and fans, I don't know how much it was. I know it wasn't cheap, though.
Yeah. Oh, I know. And by the way, if you're out and you're looking for a good place to watch some exciting soccer action, Super Taco.
That's right.
Christopher Laud's out there right now.
Look,
nobody does it like Christopher Laud.
No, they really don't. You know what, guys? And I don't know why. I don't know why somebody would do this, but did you see what they're doing, man? And now I would never do this.
Who's doing this? What are they doing?
But they're putting De'Aaron's face on the Senegal players. Because they, they were winning. There wasn't a lot of time left.
You should text Matt George and see if he's heard about that and see maybe he knows who's doing it.
To be honest with you, it's one of those things.
There he goes again.
Oh, I'm just saying. This one I'm saying, to be honest with you, I wanted to find it. It's when you hit home on X and then everything goes on any of these social platforms. So I didn't see it. I was just scrolling up. I saw it for a hot second, and I didn't realize it was De'Aaron. And then I pressed home, and now I can't find it. I've been searching Senegal Fox, Senegal De'Aaron, trying to find it to show you, and now I can't find it.
Why don't you share your Landon Roop joke with everyone?
Oh, that's not going to happen.
It wasn't yours.
It was not mine either, but that's also
yours.
not going to happen.
339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. Todd has been waiting to talk to the Drive guys. Let's find out what about. Hello, Todd. What can we do for you?
Hey, guys. Just wanted to say, hey, listen in about an hour. Great show. First, I wanted to hit on the LeBron. Draymond opted out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think. Why would Draymond opt out of that much money? LeBron, 100% Warriors to stay close to Bronny if he can't, join in or get traded there somehow miraculously. Like you guys say, this NBA is crazy. I think anything can happen. But the hot dogs, great subject. Only place I've ever gone to eat a hot dog, like order one, because as an adult, it feels weird. You get a hot dog. There's not a lot of hot dog places around here, but Whitey, Wiener Works.
Yes. The greatest, no longer with us, unfortunately. But yes,
tell me
tremendous.
that wasn't a good place.
That was the best. It was the best.
Too big. Like, there's portions and there are fries. If you went large in a fry, you could not eat all that in one.
You speak the truth, Todd. You speak the truth.
How many Wiener Works you think you had, Whitey?
Countless. The infinity. Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Honestly,
they're on Madison Avenue.
Anyway, yeah. But I'm a mustard, ketchup and mustard, or chili cheese, and that's why Wiener Works there. Number 9, I think. Chili cheese and fries. Oh.
Gotcha, Todd. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, unfortunately, Wienerworks not there anymore. So I'm like, why are they promoting Wienerworks? Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there for many years.
Just
They
got
used to
think
let
back.
us in before they opened. And what do you guys want?
When you worked at the station?
Different station.
Wow.
Actually, yeah, this station,
See,
but a different place. Yeah.
I can't even say anything. I'm not trying to get in any legal trouble, but must have been nice.
It was nice.
Must have been nice.
It was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The good old days.
Mm-hmm. Are you enjoying the craziness of NBA free agency, or is it getting to be a little too much for you?
No. I mean, it's hard to. I need a spreadsheet is what I need with all of the moves. I think we'll see what happens. I mean, LeBron is probably the biggest name left. Again, not free agents, but the trades. I don't know if there are any more.
I agree with Todd on LeBron, by the way, and I think you said that too.
Yeah. I don't know how many other impending possible trades are out there. If we're throwing Duren in that conversation, cool. But feels like things will cool off a little bit. We're just waiting for LeBron, right? Giannis, we knew. Jaylen Brown, there was a lot of smoke. Kawhi was another weird one. So with Ja, so with LaMelo was random for sure. So outside of some random ones, anything that had some rumor to it has been resolved.
Some of the things that I'm a little uncomfortable with about the free agency here, and it's great fun and everything, but some of the teams seem like they're almost making spastic moves, like reactionary. Well, we're going to do this then.
Yeah.
I mean, the Lakers, for example, some of that's like, wait, why are you giving up so much? I mean, maybe it works out, but, a team like OKC and San Antonio hasn't really done much. They're still kind of methodically doing things, but you've got some other teams like Minnesota is a good example. Whoa, what are they? They're taking these huge risks.
Yeah. You know what? We should probably think about this as somebody, 209 says, hey, Alan, grilled hot dogs with chili cheese are fire. At least to me, Oscar from Stockton. I'm doing it this weekend, Oscar. I'll have my review on Monday. But, we should maybe look at this as far as teams, right? I would look at this and maybe the Rockets, for example, think, hey, we're going to get Fred VanVleet back. It was a team that's a little too quiet for me and something is probably going to happen. The Nuggets. That's one that I'm circled for, not just this weekend, but that's one where I'm thinking there's been a smoke around Jamal Murray. Mm-hmm. A lot of people thought it could have been Murray for LaMelo or Murray for Jaylen Brown. So I'm looking at it as far as teams are concerned. That's a team where they're clearly not running it back. I don't know what they're going to do, but them, and then if the Warriors don't get LeBron, I don't know what plan B is. I'll give you that much. I don't know what plan B is.
If the Kings don't do anything significant between now and the start of the season, maybe a little disappointing. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, like I said, I didn't really have any huge thoughts about free agency for the Kings anyway. It was more about, I guess you could ask the question as far as who they move off of. that's probably the one thing to keep an eye on. You know I'm not the only one. A couple people had mentioned DeRozan should be done pretty soon, and that's one that for whatever reason we haven't heard yet. So a little interesting. Maybe they're thinking, hey, can we at least sneak a second rounder?
Sam said something really interesting today, which he typically does, where he said, look, this third year, it's basically a 2-year deal. With the third year was, I believe he said something along the lines of the third year was never really going to happen. It was like a little something extra for the 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So he made it sound like it was just all parties kind of were on board with the idea that it was going to be a 2-year thing. So.
Okay.
Yeah, that neither DeMar nor the Kings, according to Sam, if I understood him correctly, really expected that he would be part of things this year.
So
all kind of already kind of agreed upon.
Right. So basically, Sam is essentially saying it doesn't really matter. There's no worry as to whether there's no conversation happening as to whether or not DeMar DeRozan will still be on the team. It's just a matter of how they're going to get it done.
Right. I believe that's the case. I think the Westbrook stuff, the Wizards' interest in Westbrook is interesting.
Yeah. I mean, that was from Jake Fisher. Yeah. Again, backup point guard. You know who we brought up was Bub Carrington, and someone who they drafted, 1-2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You bring in Russ. Is Bub your backup? Do you care? Is Bub no longer a part of your timeline because of the moves that you made, and now you got Bonsa? So, yeah, that's interesting for the Wizards. You don't typically see, it's what we talked about with VJ Edgecombe, you don't typically see timelines, I guess, accelerate and the young guys get left behind. Normally it's, hey, you're Denny Avdia, you're 25 now, you're 26. You could flip that and say, well, yeah, Bub might have a little something. And that, Whitey, is where maybe Scott Perry could cook again. Some of these teams that have accelerated, hey, let's go get some of these young guys that don't, they have nowhere to play.
Jay has been cooking. Jay, you came up with some of the best stuff. How did you limit, because you got, 2 shows coming up here. How did you limit your choices to just 2 shows? It's got to be so much.
I don't know how, man. You guys putting out so much stuff every single day. All I did was I threw it up in the air, figured out whatever came in land, I put it in the best of.
Perfect.
Like and subscribe to the Sactown Sports 1140 YouTube channel at Sactown Sports 1140 to get the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Matt and Kayla, and the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles on